Welcome everyone to the JK Podcast, the only podcast that will never have a guest on the show.
Until now. JK.
Wait, but until now...
JK, until now.
Wait, what part is the joke? Is we'll never have a guest, or we haven't had a guest until now? Because right now it's just you and me.
I don't... Man, I feel like we gotta plan these more.
I had it all planned out. You ruined it by saying until now.
I thought I was clever, and then I realized it wasn't good. Okay.
I'm Ken O'Connor.
Hey. I'm Josh Bramman. Hello.
And recording on August 17th, 2017 at 9:55 p.m. here on the East Coast. This is the JK Podcast, episode 48. I feel like we should have more of these. We've been doing this for 3 years, and we're only at 48.
We're pacing ourselves. We're the tortoise.
No, that's our excuse for not, being able to do this more often.
It's my excuse, but I'm going down with it, so,
Well, you've been busy with stuff.
Okay. Should I talk about it?
I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to.
Well, I mean, shouldn't we introduce our famous guest?
That's right. So, with the JK little opening thing that Josh heard in the beginning, tonight is a very special night for episode...
Or if you at least looked at the screen. I mean,
Oh, I should have kept him, hidden before I added him. Oh, damn it. Okay,
that title of the stream. But anyway, yeah.
Okay, I'm not fooling anyone. All right,
We're working on our whole guest.
Let's not wait a second any longer. You all know who it is at this point. This is the first guest of the JK Podcast, a longtime friend, a longtime fan of everything that we've produced, back from the days of Tag to the days of Steam Team to the JK Podcast. You know him, you love him. He's in the chat all the time. Everyone, welcome Mr. Thomas Lattanzio, otherwise known as Cousin Thomas. How you doing, Thomas?
Otherwise known as Snap-on Tom 88.
Yes.
Okay.
Welcome.
Come on, man.
I know. Oh, yes, because you go around all the time saying you're Snap-on Tom 88.
He does.
Yeah.
Does he really?
In
Yes,
Twitch
sir.
chats, he does.
Okay, in
In
Twitch chats. It's not like he's going. It's not like he's going.
YouTube.
It's not like he's going up to the bar, sliding a business card to a girl, like, "Hey,
Actually,
Snap on Tom 88."
Snap on Tom on his something he got.
Did
Forget
you?
what it is.
What do you mean Snap? No, I didn't.
Yeah, he did.
Since when?
What was that on the toolbox he got?
Yeah, I have a Snap-on toolbox. I didn't put 88 in there.
Well, okay, I don't know. Anyway.
Oh, I gotta say right now, because I see someone in the chat already. What is happening, Cybernetic Slayer? How's it going, my good friend?
Why do I feel like this is not going to be the last time we hear that voice during tonight?
No, relax, you're fine. Now, hold on. Let me just go and say, hello, good citizens of the YouTube chat and the Twitch chat. How's it going, everybody?
Oh.
Is that from something, or did you just make that up?
I just made it up.
Nice.
I've been saying it for the past 2 months since you guys did your
He's been muttering in his sleep every night.
Oh my god.
And I can see Ken muttering in his sleep too, saying, "Oh, he's coming on to the show. What the fuck's wrong with me? That restraining order. I can't believe it. I can't believe he's gonna be on the show."
No, I'm happy to have you on the show, because out of everyone who's... Shut up. Out of everyone who's followed my content, you by far are the most loyal, and you've followed everything from the beginning. Mostly because, A, we're friends to begin with, but you seem to generally like our content, and you've been here for every single recording that you could have been to, so I can't think of anyone more deserving to be our first guest.
Hey, I have no life.
I'm trying to compliment you.
You have chosen to spend your no life with us.
Hold on. I appreciate the gesture, and it means a lot. And yeah, I've known you guys for now, what is it going on now? 4 years?
No.
From,
4? No, much longer than 4 years.
It's been, well...
At least 4.5.
No, it's like 7 or 9.
No, not even close.
Because we finished high school, 2010?
Right.
We started doing Tag before that.
2013.
Did we not do Tag in 2013?
Yes, you did.
I'm going back and checking my videos right now.
Oh my god.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys don't even remember when you guys started?
I thought I did.
He would remember better than us.
He would.
I
This
do.
is why Thomas is a super fan.
Yes.
I keep wanting to go back and make more of the highlight videos of the old tag videos.
Yes, please.
I
'cause
started
the rest
doing
of them
that.
are pretty boring.
Wow. Okay, that was our guest, everyone. Thanks for being on the show, Thomas. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, thanks, Ken. What's going on, man? Come on.
All right, let's start.
I gotta rib you a little bit, Kenny. I haven't seen you in person in Touching Feely 101 in over a year, man. And keep constantly seeing Josh's bearded face all the time.
What? Oh. Okay, that's fair. You make it sound like
hi,
bad
Josh.
It has been a while, but we have been in contact through other means. Just you haven't been touchy-feely with me, as you so lovingly put it.
No, touchy-feely 101.
Ooh, I'm looking at something else. Sorry.
Well, anyway,
so
yeah, I have ADD.
Like
live with
terribly long thing, but generally, like, this is our intro. We're just saying we've got a guest. Here he is. Whatnot. We're going. We're finally back because I've been very busy. I apologize.
Yeah, Josh, why don't you just let everyone know quickly? Josh, just let everyone know what you've been up to lately.
Initially, I planned on hopefully doing this recording, this one particularly, like, early July, but had to really study for the bar exam, and that took a lot of my time, a lot more than I thought, but I need to be ready for that. So that was my whole month of July, and I had to take the exam at the end of July. And then I started my job literally like a week and a half later, and it's been busy, man. I've been through a lot since the last recording, actually, but things are going. Finally found some time, so here we are now. But
now you're on the other side now, and things are looking pretty good, I think. We're just waiting to hear back now on how you did overall, but
yeah,
things feel pretty good, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's stressful in that regard, but, can't do anything about it now. It's done with, and hey, I'm just on to the next thing, and, I'm liking what I got so far, so things are good.
Thomas.
Things are looking up.
You don't need to donate when you're on the podcast.
Sir,
hey.
I saw down in my donation that I was 175. Now I made it an even 200. So,
oh my God, Thomas, thank you so much, dude. You do not need to do that, especially when you're on the podcast. This is your time to relax. And you subbed again for the second month earlier. So
yes,
you are ridiculous, sir. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. You guys couldn't find a better picture of me? Jeez.
That's the only ones I had cut out of you, to be honest with you. If we get more pictures, I'll have Josh cut them out again.
Fair enough.
But that donation's actually a great segue into saying that since we last did the podcast, this Twitch channel, Kind King of One, is now affiliated with Twitch, as you can tell from my Twitch t-shirt that I'm pimping out right now.
I have one too.
Ooh, but you're not affiliated.
I don't. Ooh.
Well, yeah, the channel finally passed enough subscribers, enough concurrent viewers, and enough concurrent hours to become Twitch affiliated now. We have our own custom emote made by my friend Solid Snake 120, aka Mr. Scott White. It's a crown based off Cappy from Mario Odyssey, and I think it came out really well, actually.
It took me the longest time to realize that there are eyes on that thing.
Really? I think it's pretty obvious. What does it look like if it doesn't look like it has eyes?
It looks fine.
I don't know. It just looks. I don't know. It's good enough.
Stop picking, Josh.
Oh my God. Josh is just mad that he didn't make it himself.
Not
True.
my channel.
Don't start
but
that.
It's your boy's channel. Come on.
Hashtag not my channel. You are the worst.
Yes, he is.
Come on.
All right. Well, I just wanted to mention that. Thank you all for making that possible. It's been, I think I've been affiliated for over a month now, but I didn't think I was going to reach it that quickly, and I'm very happy that I did. So thank you all so much for that.
And congratulations, sir.
Thank you,
Congrats, my friend.
Before we move on to the show proper, I just want to take a moment to go back. This is the section we go back and read old comments on videos. I just wanted to point out that, Josh, our reaction video for Me 3, holy hell, that got a lot of attention.
Hey man, we're good at reacting.
Almost 9,000 views to date, 133 likes, only 14 dislikes, and 35.
Wait. Since when have people even done that? Wait, really?
Yeah, 14 dislikes.
Wait, how many likes?
133.
Who said?
No way. I don't believe you.
I'm looking at the
literally. Okay, granted, it was like at least a month ago that I checked, but like when I last looked, it was like 5 likes and like 1 dislike.
No, it's 133 likes and.
So I'm inclined to not believe this.
Yeah. Well, just some key comments here. Cordelia LeBride said that guy in the white shirt is a huge baby.
Not sure if that's a good thing or
Is
a
that
bad
pointing
thing.
towards Josh?
Yeah.
Then I agree.
Oh my god.
Steven says
Oh my god, we have 134 likes and 14 Oh wow.
I told you. Steven says I guess you could say his hopes for Smash Bros. Switch were smashed. Da 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 da. Jake Grant said they show Mario and Rabbids and both of them just groan.
Well,
I don't get that
we
one.
saw it yesterday.
And
Someone also said hi King.
yeah.
A lot of exclamation.
Yeah. And their name used to be YOLO, but now they changed it to Mountain Rabbit. So now that my comment looks just dumb.
Unlucky.
Yeah. But again, we'll move on from that. But thank you for all who watched that video. I did not expect that reaction video to get as much attention as it did. I don't know what about the analytics or about our thumbnail. I don't know. Like, I picked a pretty funny picture for our thumbnail, I thought, with my
Really? Well, you go.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it was a pretty interesting game. Obviously, you could tell that other than the YouTube whatever's that's been going on, everything. But I will say that these reaction videos, they really are getting a lot of. They're very popular right now on YouTube.
They are, and like reaction videos to me, it's a bit of a cheap way of making videos. I feel like because you're sitting down and you're reacting, but when people don't like I don't know, when they don't fake it and it's actually a real reaction and you see like people's passion boil to the surface, those videos are great. But when it's like, oh my god, I can't believe the thing is happening, sweet mother duck, like shit like that, like no, that's fake. I hate it.
No, it's too. Even right away it feels fake.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, that just means we need to make more of these. That's all this tells me.
Well,
no, that means you listen. Be glad that you got one in and you got a good reaction to it. But you don't have to constantly keep doing it. Every once in a while, it's a good thing, but not all the time you want to do that.
Well, of course. I could react, though, to every week's episode of Game of Thrones, even though I don't watch it.
But that's you faking it because you don't watch it.
No, that'd be interesting because people are like, "Why is he watching?"
My dad just got caught up in the entire Game of Thrones show. Like he watched a couple seasons recovering from his surgery, and I recorded him when he was watching one of the big points in the show. And I just put a camera in the corner and had recorded him. The man sat up straight, leaned in towards the TV. His mouth opened up, and I saw he turns to me with the camera. He's like, "Holy crap!" And he just I lost it. I didn't put the video up anywhere, but I have it for my own personal gains and whatnot.
That's funny.
It's really funny actually. I would like to do more reaction stuff, just not to things that I'm not going to react to Splatoon directs or ARMS directs. If they do another Pokemon direct, solely a Pokemon direct, I'll react to that. But I don't plan on doing anything else.
Test the waters out.
Exactly.
No, but I don't know if you want to. Would you do that with by yourself, or would you do that with Josh?
Well, if we know a Pokemon direct is happening in advance and it's not during the workday when me and Josh are busy, then of course E3 just happened to work out because we took time off. We made plans for that day. If they come out tomorrow and say, "Hey, Pokemon direct tomorrow at 12 o'clock," me and Josh can't do that, unfortunately. And then I need to restrain myself at work to not check something, get home, and have a genuine live reaction. Otherwise,
that's the worst feeling.
Yeah, otherwise it's oh my god, I didn't see that Lycanroc evolves again in the third time.
It's a nice segue to something later on.
Later on, yeah. All right, that's enough idle chit-chat. That's enough icebreakers, enough feedback. Let's go into the main segment of the show. What have we been playing? And Joshy, you've been gone the longest, so kick us off, boy.
I mean, so granted, this is trying to be a semi-recap, even though it's nothing. But yeah.
Oh, believe me, I cut out a lot of things I haven't played. summarizes like,
playing a lot.
yeah, I've been keeping it to like the last 4 things I've been playing, just because it's been months since when we talked. So,
And this has literally been the 4 things that I played. But
well, there you go.
So I mean, I played League of Legends, of course, but sparingly because I didn't really have time. But then, of course, after the bar exam, before my job, I had like 1 or 2 days where I could actually play, and I was like, yes, time to rank up more. Literally, like, lost like out of 15 rank games, I think I lost 12 of them. So that's not a good time. Aside from that, the new Hearthstone expansion just came out like last week, so that's been kind of cool. The Frozen Throne expansion. So I've been playing that a little bit, getting some new cards, some cool stuff, honestly.
Did it add? Yeah, what kind of stuff did it add?
They added these Death Knight cards, where essentially you could play them over your hero and creates another hero power. It's like a late game thing that you can add, and you know, always with new expansions, there are different cards now, and like they added like a lifesteal effect, which actually can heal you when you attack things. So it's just kind of cool. It changed up the meta. People are still figuring it out.
That's good.
Finally got to play Splatoon 2 a little bit. I really like the game, gotta tell you. The salmon run thing is a lot better than I thought.
Salmon run is the best mode in that game. I don't know why it's locked off at times of the day.
There's rumors that they've been like now trying to extend the time, and eventually it will be 24/7.
It better be. It's so much fun that it's like I don't understand why it's locked off.
I almost feel like they did that as a failsafe to where people, like, they were expecting people to not take advantage or play it, to where they wouldn't want to have people waiting for like literally an hour to not even get a game, so they made it more confined. But then at the same time, like, you can't do that for like an online game nowadays, so like it's weird.
But, I feel like they're trying to really drive the competitive part of Splatoon, and like having the horde mode that's not competitive. So like it's like, oh, this is a fun mode, you can play online with your friends, but get back in the goddamn lobby and rank up, get into like I think they're trying to drive you towards that.
I guess, but like, I don't know. But either way, I find it very enjoyable because it's also not like an endless mode. It's like literally timed. You have objectives to do, and that's the type of thing that I like. I don't like where it's just like wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. Oh, I got it to wave 40. Now I died. Got to start over again.
And the fact
I think this is a lot better of a method.
And the fact that every wave is completely different with how the water is rising, the objective. Like when the mothership came that one time, it was stealing my eggs. I had no idea what the fuck was going on.
I mean, well, what pay grade are you at, or whatever?
I couldn't tell you what my levels are. I didn't even pay attention. But we had one stream that night where basically everyone in the Twitch chat and the YouTube chat were able to like get on with me. I basically, like, we all did friend codes, and everyone in the chat was joining me for Salmon Run for a couple hours, and we just dominated again and again and again. It was really fun.
You should play with me at some point.
We should.
You could play that mode, even though like it's literally not up now, I think. But
no, it is. It is.
Oh, it is.
I think so. Yeah. I was just playing a little bit ago.
Podcast. Thank you, everyone. I would like to play some Salmon Run.
Thomas, you haven't played Splatoon yet, have you?
I actually don't own Splatoon. I have never played it.
Are you interested in it at all, or is it kind of like a not your type of game?
Yeah. I'm kind of interested in it, but obviously, unfortunately, none of my friends really actually have it. I'm actually the only one amongst my friends who actually owns a Switch. Mm-hmm. My other side of friends. Obviously, I know you guys have.
I was gonna say, we are no longer friends, apparently.
Do you want to not be?
Wow.
Things are getting real tonight. My God.
Listen, Kenny. Listen.
Yes. Okay.
I'm mad at Josh right now.
Why?
I shouldn't be talking to the man right now.
Why?
Did something happen?
Why? Because this jerk decided not to take me to free T-shirt night at the City Field at the Mets game last Friday. After saying, I'm busy, I'm not going to be able to make it.
He took me.
No, shut up.
Yeah, sure, you did. Okay, come on.
Baseball and Mets. No.
Wow. It was totally last minute, whole thing. Ended up going with a friend from law school, like, that I planned on seeing anyway. So it was like, I was busy.
Yeah, okay.
I happened to be busy at the Mets game last minute. You know, that's the story.
Yeah. Jerk.
All right, what else are you playing, Josh?
I'll let you laugh, dude. I've been really making use of Nintendo's full systems. So I still have been whipping out the 3DS every now and again. I'll actually probably be playing it tomorrow, too. I've been playing still some Pokemon Moon. Basically, I was maining the Pokemon Sun version, so Moon is like my catch-up one where I play it usually like half a year after or whatever.
Very nice.
It's like a year now, jeez. But you know, it's kind of like play through it again, just pick fun teams and kind of go at it. So this time I'm just picking like whoever that I think looks cool or whatever. I mean, I try and get different types and whatnot, but like I'm less stringent on my own standards for teams. But you know, things are pretty good. Things are going, and it's fun. I think I'm like halfway through now of the game, so it's fun. I don't know.
Did you pick up your Salazzle?
No, I mean you have to go to GameStop, right?
Yeah. What's even
that.
even special about it? It's not even shiny. It's just
I meant to look into that. I wonder if it has like a special move because like its ability is the same ability. So like those things, I wonder. I feel like Salazzle they're giving away just because it's hard to get because the female only has a 12.5% chance.
That makes sense.
And that's the only way to get Salazzle from evolving Salandit. So like I had a Salandit, I didn't realize it needed to be the female gender and everything, so I like literally had one at like level 40. I'm like, why isn't this thing evolving? And then I finally like looked it up. I'm like, oh, so it's kind of a waste. But so I think that's why, and a lot of little kids probably don't know that either. So yeah.
Yeah, put the kids under the bus.
Hey man, someone's got to go under there.
Yeah, true. And then Josh.
I just picture Josh with a broom, like they pushing the end of the broom under the bus, like, hey, get down, hey.
And do other
and that
stuff
man
too.
Probably does not get paid enough. But yes,
he does it for free. He loves it.
Who said?
Wait, what?
He gets some good stuff at the end.
Actually, I bet he gets pension. But yeah, okay.
Oh yeah.
And then some. Yeah, well, okay. You started Pokemon Moon when we went to Dover.
Right. Oh, that is true. You've wanted to mention that for the longest time.
You guys went to Ireland?
No, Dover, Delaware.
Oh.
So
less impressive.
Bad joke. Okay.
Should I even mention it or not?
Yeah, sure. What the heck? I don't know.
So, beginning of June, I wanted to. I got tickets for the NASCAR race at Dover, Delaware, at the Monster Mile, and I asked. I was me, my dad, and my uncle. We were going, and we got a 4 tickets. So I said, you know what? Let's ask. I said, let me ask Josh and see if he wanted to come. He's like, okay.
What? I literally just said like, yeah, I'll go.
Yeah, but then I responded to you. But then I responded to you saying, I said, no free T-shirt.
Oh, well, that's true. Free T-shirts really swing how I like to approach things.
I wonder why.
They really do. I was at Comic-Con, and I got a free T-shirt from the Archer panel, and it had Josh's name basically on it the second I got it.
I love that shirt.
It's a great shirt.
A fantastic shirt, by the way.
Yeah.
Very comfortable, nice fitting. I'm very appreciative. Thank you.
Fascinating.
Cool.
But yeah, so we went to the race. It was great. I had a great time, and I did start Pokemon Moon while we were on the way there. That is true.
And we played, we did play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the ride.
That's true. We tried the local Mario Kart 8.
How'd that work?
Our 2 independent Switches. It worked perfectly fine, actually.
That's awesome.
No problems at all. And we even played. Didn't we play something else? Or no? I don't remember.
No, it was just kart.
I wanted to play the Puyo, and then we didn't.
No, we did. We did.
Did either? Wait, Thomas, you have Puyo Puyo Tetris, right?
Yes.
Is it good? Should I buy it? I've been on the fence for months. I want to get it. It looks really good. Should I buy it?
Yes.
Okay, he said it.
There are like 8 questions. They're all yes.
That's all. Yes. That's all I need.
I'm telling you. No, but you know what? You have to. The best bet is to download it because you're getting $10 off when you download.
Yeah, but doesn't the box come with something cool?
You know what? I saw it numerous times in stores, and I'm saying to myself, there has to be something in there.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking too. I'll figure it out.
Saving money too.
I think it's cheap. I think it's cheap on Amazon. Maybe I'll get it. I don't know, but I want it.
I mean, like I played it like the once or twice, whatever. I actually really enjoyed it. Like it was weird. I actually really thought that was a good game.
I just love Tetris.
I mean, if you like Tetris, awesome. Then you'll love this. And what's interesting is then you also have that like Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine / Puyo franchise.
We'll be talking about that.
Franchise.
No. I know, but we'll just the Mean Bean Machine is very prevalent right now in the world.
Yes.
Me and Thomas will talk about it when we get to Sonic Mania. But yeah.
But yeah. So I mean, like it was actually really fun. So I would think if you're on the fence, you should get it.
Okay. Wait. Last question, Josh. Who'd you pick for your starter for Moon?
Litton.
There you
I
go.
did it for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you said that to me.
I literally said it because the reasoning. Here's the reasoning. I of course always start with a grass starter on my main game.
Yep.
So therefore, I don't want to be boring and duplicate it. Next, on my team for Sun, I also caved in and my brother traded me a Poplio. So I had both of those starters on my team.
Oh God, Josh.
So the fact that I had both those starters, I'm like, well, okay, I'll pick the last one left. That way it's something new to play with.
Oh, by the way, Ken, it's $29.29 on Amazon. Puyo Tetris.
That's a good deal.
But I don't see one for. I think it's third party. I don't think it's Prime.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah. So
I'll look into it later. Thank you, though, Thomas.
Fair enough.
All right. Anything else you've been playing, Joshy, or is that about it?
You know, I was trying to think. I mean, there's like kind of cool apps on my phone that I got literally called just PPKP. Apparently punch punch kick punch.
That's better than pen pineapple apple pen.
True, but like it's actually kind of fun. It's a little 8-bit kind of beat 'em up style game with combos, almost like a Paper Mario style battle system in
That's
a very low level. Like it's actually interesting to pick up. I mean, it's free app.
Speaking of Paper Mario, sorry, go ahead.
One other quick thing on apps. It's interesting for people out there that like Hearthstone or like the other games like Hearthstone. Like there's the Elder Scrolls Legends card game thing, which is basically like Hearthstone but slightly different. I think slightly worse, but people like it. They actually now made their own mobile app, so you don't have to just play it on your computer. So for people like that, you should definitely check that out. I think it came out like a week or two ago. So, I mean, I downloaded it just in case. What the heck? Also, Magikarp Jump got an update finally.
I know it did. Oh my god.
They added 2 more leagues. So, I mean, I've been just still farming up like a Magikarp, Coin Carp one. So, I'll eventually get to leveling up and doing that stuff. But Gardevoir just got released as a help Pokemon or whatever. I think
I'm slowly catching up to you.
And well, I mean, even Frank beat me now. Frank is playing and beat me because we were literally at the same point. When you're at max rank, you can only beat others slightly if you get a lucky bonus and a lucky max food eat or whatever. Like it's stupid.
Both of you are behind one of my friends, Anthony. He's above both of you.
Oh, I mean, he must have been playing now that the update went through.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's
well, no. He's been up ahead of you for months. Like, or however long it's been out.
I mean, I could have been. Like, the max to get, it depends, but, like, the general max that you could get was probably around, like, 205, 206. Some people were able to really cheat it and get, like, 218, but that's, like, ridiculous. But
yeah,
but I don't know. So, Magikarp Jump's still a thing.
It's also... Oh, sorry.
Well, actually, continue with that because you're on that same thought.
I was going to say, it's basically Cookie Clicker, but like Pokemon Cookie Clicker.
Pokemon, so I like it.
Exactly.
But I like Cookie Clicker too, so it's like now I like this more.
Has that game updated? No, never mind. Keep going.
I highly doubt it. But the other thing that I was going to say, also just looking...
I just turned on the YouTube chat and I see Frank's response. Magikarp Jump updated? Oh, God.
Yeah, he's got to check that out.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
He says hi. Also, the Nintendo Switch app, which I guess we'll get into that or something. I won't begin to talk about the actual...
Let's save that for a talking point.
Well, no, listen.
Josh,
because we talked about Splatoon, I would just love to say that I have bought some nice things through that app. I bought those 18K aviators. Yo, I look hot. That's all.
That was really... Okay. You faded out for a split second as you said hot. So, I mean, this is really weird. Like... I like...
Hey, man. Maybe I intended to do that.
Well, that part of the app works really well, though, for Splatoon.
Yes,
the buying
it works actually very well for some reason.
Very
I was
well,
very impressed.
Yeah. Again, the app does some good things, but it's mostly negative. But again, we'll hold that off to maybe for a talking point. All right, let's swing us over to our guest, Mr. Thomas. What have you been playing recently, sir?
Well, I'm all over the place. Like I've got ADD.
I can see that.
ADD all over the games and shit, all that stuff. So, yeah, I've been playing Sonic Mania.
Yes, I've been playing that too.
Yeah, I could see. I could see that, Ken.
How are you enjoying it, sir?
A lot. I actually totally forgot the day it came out, and I just that morning it came out. I just turned on my Switch because I was going to take it to work, and I saw that Sonic Mini was up. I'm like, oh, that's got something to play. Yeah. So just picture me by my toolbox, just playing Sonic, and some of the older guys are like, "Shit, is that Sonic? Holy shit, man! That Sega Genesis and everything. That's awesome."
It looks just like it too, so that's probably a big nostalgia trip for them because it has those old school graphics. How far are you in it?
Let's see here. I think the 3rd chapter.
Oh, that's it?
I didn't go that far.
Okay.
Other than that, that's Sonic Mania. Yeah, I've been playing Formula 1 2016 with my steering wheel, basically just getting ready for the next game.
Oh, you have the entire rig set up?
I've got a basically a steering wheel, a Logitech steering wheel on a stand, a very sturdy stand, and basically it just folds up, and I play on a chair or something. So,
pretty cool.
Other than that, yeah, it's pretty good. So the next game doesn't come out till in a couple of, I think next week. I think
probably next Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah, it's something like that. The 25th, whatever day that is.
Yeah.
And
next Friday.
Yeah, next Friday. There you go. So yeah, you won't be hearing me. I've been playing, messing around a little bit on in Zelda Breath of the Wild. Just wandering around, minding my own business and everything.
Have you beaten the game yet, or?
I've beaten the story mode. Yes, just messing around with shrines and just aimlessly getting lost in the world of Zelda.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Yes, Josh. Yes. Playing a little bit of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with friends and everything. Talk about a weird moment. One of my friends, he asked a whole bunch of guys, a whole bunch of friends to come on over for like a fire pit in his backyard. And so we were around, and he says, "Yo, do you have the Switch?" I says, "Yeah, I brought it." And we were playing Mario Kart in tabletop mode with 4 Joy-Cons.
Oh my god!
You're like a guy in the video.
Yep, I was. I totally pictured it. That whole thing. We were playing it like that.
Dreamed?
Was it like I what?
Like you dreamed about?
No, I don't dream about that.
Wow. Was it the perfect multiplayer setup and experience?
Not on a tiny tablet like that.
It's not too bad. When I was coming back from Las Vegas, we were stuck in the airport for a while. I brought my Switch with me, and me and 2 other guys, like using the split screen on the one tablet, did a 3-player, and that worked pretty well.
Well, let's be honest. You gotta like each other a lot.
Well, I mean,
that too.
We weren't on.
Gotta get close.
We weren't on top of each other. We're all sitting at a table. We just put it on the far end of the table. It worked fine.
Yeah, same. I did the same thing too.
Details. I don't know.
Yeah, but I think at that point you're not looking like if you want to see details, you're not playing in like multiplayer mode. You're playing in single player and like rotating the map.
And that's why I only play single player.
Hey, that's a lie.
That's why you have no friends.
Oh, hot damn!
No, Joshy doesn't invite me over to his place.
I got things to do. What the heck?
I'm kidding, Joshy. I know that.
Oh my!
You of all people should know that I know that. Me of all people.
It'd be even funnier if Josh would not give you the address.
I already know his address.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
He actually found it via drone. But
no, let's not go that far, buddy.
Oh, okay.
What else, Thomas? What else you been playing?
I've been messing around a little bit with Shovel Knight and Shantae Half Genie Hero.
Mm-hmm. I understand. Go ahead.
I have a bone to pick with you, Ken.
Mm-hmm. It's out on Switch. Oh. It's out on Switch now. We can play.
I'm down.
Yeah. Well,
The only problem is the restraining order hasn't expired yet.
All right, we'll give it to October.
Oh my god.
I'm kidding on this restraining order. Ken didn't restrain me. It's been 2 years since I've been to his place.
Has it been 2 years since you actually been here?
Yes.
Was the
last Miku unboxing.
Was that when we did your roast video too?
No, it was twice. First time I came over, we unboxed the Tell Your World Miku figure.
Yes.
And we did the roast material.
Yeah.
And then later on, after New York Comic Con that year.
Yeah, it was a year. It was over a year later. You're right. Huh? Crap. Yeah. Okay, you're right.
Well, wait a second.
Yeah.
Are we? Who is everyone going to Comic Con?
I'm going to Comic Con.
I am.
What days?
I'm going Friday.
I got all 4 days. I got all 4 days. I don't know if I'm gonna end up going all 4 days, but I have all 4 days.
Because I think I'm going on the Sunday.
Well, I'll be there. Right. I'll be there. I'll be there all 4 days.
Rip. All right. Cool.
Yeah. Wasn't there a day where we all met up 2 years ago?
Yeah, because it was from the Comic-Con thing.
Yeah.
We all met up.
I think I was working that day or something, but like I didn't get tickets anyway. But then the two of you went, and then we met up after. Yeah.
I just remember I had my giant keyblade, and it kept like falling out of the back of my bag.
Yeah, and I was holding it.
Yep. Thank you. Yeah, New York Comic Con is from October 5th to the 8th this year at the Javits Center.
Yeah.
Wait, that's actually coming up.
2 months. Yeah.
Less
than 2 months at this point, yeah. That's exciting, though.
Yeah, that same month I'm going to, for the third time, I'm going to the Zelda Symphony concert as well.
Oh.
I swear, didn't you just go to that?
Yeah, that was 2 years ago, Josh.
No. 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 Oh, you know what it was, Ken? You went to the thing.
I went to the Kingdom Hearts conference.
All you people are going to symphony things. I don't know anymore.
And Josh, there's an extra ticket available for you if you want to come.
I literally went to the one.
Who cares? You're gonna hear Breath of the Wild music.
Oh, thank you, Frankie Boy 128 in the YouTube chat. Donated $2. I'm watching while dog sitting. Good show, guys. Thank you so much, Frank.
Frankie.
Thank you, Frank.
For those who don't know, that's my shithead cousin.
Your balance is low, Frank.
Thank you, Pete. And also hello. And I was gonna say, yeah, Frank was the one that technically. I mean, he's the reason why the cousin Thomas exists.
Yes.
Well, yeah, because Thomas is Frank's cousin. Yeah, exactly.
We knew Frank first.
Unfortunately.
Did we know Frank first? Frank first.
Yes, you guys did.
So we are thankful to you, Frank, in a lot of ways.
Now, when I met Frank years ago back in St. Joe's, though, that's maybe I think I know Thomas longer. So we didn't meet Thomas until after high school then.
Yeah, and the infamous, my cousin Thomas did this, my cousin Thomas did that.
Well, after hearing it for years, it's kind of how you became ingrained in our head.
Unfortunately.
I don't even think I met Frank until, like, literally, like, senior year of high school or something. But
I knew him way before that, so.
Because I literally never saw him in school. Like, I never did. And
well, unfortunately, certain circumstances, he couldn't attend school.
True.
So, I mean, I think I met him after graduation, like that summer after. I think that's when I actually met him. So, like, mid-2010, actually.
Now, Thomas, just to go back to what you were playing, Shovel Knight, what mode are you playing? You doing Spectre Knight, or are you doing...
I'm doing original Shovel Knight.
Okay.
I'm just trying to beat Shovel Knight in order to move on to Spectre Knight.
Yeah, I did a Spectre Knight stream, like, a couple weeks ago, and I did the entire campaign in one sitting. Yes,
you did.
I think Spectre Knight is honestly better than the main Shovel Knight campaign. They're very close because I love Shovel Knight, but Spectre Knight is just like, it's everything I wanted it to be, and I'm so happy that it was good because I was so upset with Plague Knight's campaign. It was not good at all, in my opinion.
Really? It wasn't?
I didn't think so, because here's the thing. You know you have a bad game when the very first thing is you have to jump over, like, an obstacle, and I couldn't figure out how to get over the obstacle. I remember sitting there for like 5 minutes trying to figure out the combination, because you don't jump in that game. You jump, you throw down potions, and then you use like the updraft it creates to like get over things. So basically you're juggling yourself in the air, and you can run out of potions and you just fall to your death. Like it made traversing the levels extremely like difficult, and that could be like, oh, that's part of the challenge. But to me, it wasn't part of the challenge. It was just like, no, these are bad controls. Whereas Shovel Knight and Spectre Knight control like butter.
Okay, fair enough. But you know what? I actually played Spectre Knight a little bit on Switch, and then right away I tried it out. It might have been just that I wasn't used to the Switch controls. So I just flat out just said, you know what, I'm waiting let me beat Shovel Knight on PS4, and let's try Spectre Knight on PS4 controls, because that's what I was used to.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, I don't know that much about Plague Knight. I haven't seen any video or anything of
like
that.
The Plague Knight story is fine. Just in my opinion, the gameplay for Plague Knight is just not that great. It's not like horrible, just it's not fun. In my opinion.
Okay. All right, moving on.
All right.
No, there's one other game.
Sure.
I've been playing. It's Horizon Zero Dawn.
Ah, yes. How was that?
That's
which Josh Bramman cannot play.
Why?
I don't own a PS4.
Oh, that's right. You're a pleb. Okay, continue, Thomas.
Okay.
Yep. Thank you, Ken.
Oh, you're welcome, Thomas.
It is phenomenal. With my PlayStation 4 Pro, it's fantastic.
Oh, you have the Pro?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. And with my 4K TV downstairs, it is.
Do you have the HDR cranked?
I haven't messed with that yet, but
okay.
Even without messing with the HDR, it's still phenomenal. It's unbelievable.
Nice.
And you know what? It still looks good even with a non 4K TV.
Oh yeah, it looks phenomenal. They got so much out of that game.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it took me forever to actually play the game because basically, unfortunately, it came out at the wrong time because that's an
understatement.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, the Switch came out and Breath of the Wild, so it's like all concentration was to Zelda.
Well, that was the big thing. It's an open world game. The character uses the bow and arrow as their primary weapon, and you look at Zelda, it's the exact same thing. You have a new franchise versus Zelda. Like, my loyalty, I held off from Horizon Zero Dawn to play Zelda, but I'm going to go back and play Horizon Zero Dawn, because I've heard nothing but amazing things. It looks great, and it's getting winter-themed DLC, soon? Like a couple months, maybe?
Eventually.
It's definitely this year.
It's coming out this year. I think it's going to come out, I think they said it was either October or November. I may be wrong.
Okay.
So, other than that, that's pretty much it. Just messing around with games and such. I also play a couple of retro games, but that's pretty much it.
Awesome. All right, I'll try to make mine short and sweet here.
Please do.
I too have been playing Sonic Mania. It's everything I want it to be and everything you could hope for it to be. It reminds me of those original 3 Sonic games. You mentioned before Mean Bean Machine. The second boss fight in the game, you get dropped into basically Mean Bean Machine. They made it canon within the Sonic game itself, where you fight Robotnik in a battle of Mean Bean Machine, and that was mind blown. Every level there's a mixture of new and old, so a lot of levels you go back to a perfect remastering of the original levels for the first act, and the second act it's complete remix with new mechanics, new everything. So it's very, very cool. You don't expect it to be changed up. They made a bunch of original levels, bunch of original bosses, because this is a game yes, Sega's publishing it, but this was made by Sonic fans. So this is basically an indie version of Sonic and people who grew up on Sonic, so it's absolutely perfect. It's amazing.
Oh yeah, it's phenomenal. Now the big question is, will Josh Bramman play the game?
He bought it, so he already bought it.
Bought it?
Yeah,
he bought it. I pre-ordered it.
These guys have opened.
He bought the collector's edition.
Yeah, I did.
Wait, really? Josh, are you feeling okay?
No, but it's delivered actually to the wrong house, but I will pick it up at some point and I will play the game and I will let you guys know.
You guys know the address?
No, okay. It was To the other. Okay.
to his home, not his apartment.
Oh,
yes,
that house.
Which is at 417. No.
Yeah, I don't even know his address on that one.
Gotcha.
So he's safe.
But yeah, no, it's
Connor 164. Blah, blah,
don't
blah.
don't you dare dox me on my own podcast, Thomas.
Was that correct?
Yeah, those are the correct numbers.
I just know where
You
it is.
said
I actually don't know the numbers.
Kenny,
What?
you said it one time
Actually, you did.
when we were unboxing the Miku, the Vocaloid merchandise. You were saying it.
But
He was
now
like,
you
help me
pointed it
because I
out
whipped
again.
out a knife to open up boxes.
That's right. Okay.
You know the man. He knows like.
Anyways,
all
I'm
your
a little bit about halfway through Sonic Mania's main story. I'm playing the Sonic and Tails story first. So you can play Sonic and Tails, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, like all separately, all different campaigns. Each with their own unique abilities. There's time attack mode, special stages, hidden secrets. Like they keep finding new hidden secrets and codes over and over and over again. So like there's tons of stuff in that game. So I'll be playing that more all week.
It does kind of have a bit of a Sonic 3 appeal to it.
Well, yeah, because it has the Knuckles stuff. It pulled a lot of things from Sonic 3, but a lot of things from Sonic CD I'm noticing too.
Yes, I have noticed that as well, yeah.
Yeah, so Sonic Mania, can't say enough good about it. It's amazing, go play it. I've been playing The End Is Nigh, a new game from Ed McMillan. Basically, this is his spiritual successor to Meat Boy. He's no longer working with the guy he made Meat Boy with. So, this is the follow-up to that. Brutally hard platformer. I thought I beat it the other night. I got to like what I thought was the end, and because like I did all the final stuff, and I get to the end, and then another like nuclear bomb drops in the game. It's like, oh, the second apocalypse has happened. Let's go through it again. I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. It's hard.
It's a quick way to add more levels.
Yeah. It's really hard, too, because I checked the achievements afterwards. There's an achievement for beating it in, like, an hour and a half with under, like, 100 death. And I think I played for 4 hours, only beat the first half, and died 1,500 times in the process. So, I don't know. I've seen people do speedruns online, and I don't know how they're doing it, but it's a brutally hard game. But, yeah.
Well, you like those types of games.
I do.
I'm not about that life, but yeah.
No. We all know that, Josh.
Oh my god. Frank. All right, anyway.
I've also been playing Hollow Knight the last like month or so. That game, I've streamed it for like a week straight playing it. It's one of the best games I've ever played in my entire life. Josh, you watched me play that, right? Like you were like coming in and out of the stream for that.
Right. I mean, I looked actually before the game even came out. Like it looked nice, like just art style and stuff.
Everything in the game is hand drawn. All the animations are hand drawn.
Right.
It's fantastic. It's a big Metroidvania-esque, like Castlevania-esque kind of game. Very like Dark Souls-y. Lots of hard combat. Just absolutely, I can't say enough good about that game. It's coming out to Switch later this year. They have like I think 4 or 5 free DLC packs planned for it. The one's already out. Like it's my game of the year, honestly, right now. More so than anything else I've played.
Pretty cheap too. So
yeah, it was on sale. The other day when the free DLC came out, they dropped the price of the game, like so you could play the new DLC. Like
yeah, pretty good.
The team listens. Like the Mac version got delayed a day for the DLC. I contacted them on Twitter, like, "Hey, when's the Mac version coming out?" They got back to me right away and said, "Hey, we're so sorry. We're gonna get it done for you." It's a small indie team in Australia, like maybe like 10 or 15 guys, and they made this ginormous, amazing game that I've gotten 30 plus hours of content out of.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Pretty cool.
And yeah, we talked about Splatoon 2 earlier, so I won't say much more after that. It's fantastic. Yeah, no, we gotta play more.
We should play right after this.
A lot of people on my streams have been asking me, like, hey, when's the next Samurai night, or when's the next Splatoon night? Just, it's fun for all of us to jump in together and do stuff.
That's the thing. I think you should do that more.
Yeah, they need to find a better way to, like, do, like, teaming up with people. Like, I know they're, like, it's like you can do that in, like, the ranked mode, but, like, I don't know. There's a lot to be desired about Splatoon's online still.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, that's
I don't really have much to say about it.
Yeah. Thomas, you should get it, though. It's fun. I know you haven't... You didn't play the first one either, did you?
No, he didn't.
No, I did not.
The first one was good, and this one's better.
Fair enough.
Yes. All right. moving on to our TV and movie segment. Josh, do I dare ask, are you caught up on Adventure Time or Steven Universe?
I'm not aware that there have been new episodes. So
There have been new episodes of Adventure Time. Steven Universe has not been on since Lars died.
So I'm caught up on Steven Universe.
Okay.
There's really new episodes of Adventure Time.
There have been maybe like
Hooks 2.
Yeah, there's like 5 or 6 new episodes.
Haven't watched it.
There was a whole like arc with Fern becoming evil and whatnot.
Yeah, I watched that. That was part of the thing.
No?
What?
With Fern becoming evil, the grass guy taking over Finn's body?
Yeah. Or was that almost gonna happen?
Did you see where Finn killed him?
Yeah. He came back and that was the end of the episode.
No. That's when Fern was created. I'm talking.
No, he came back. Yeah, I watched this. Oh, I was just wrong on the thing, Skyhooks 2. No, but I watched
Oh, so you are caught up on this stuff.
Yeah, I think so.
You saw three buckets.
Fake Fiona.
3 buckets. Yeah, you saw that stuff.
That? What was the 3 bucket thing?
That's when he killed.
Oh, then yeah, I saw that.
Because the last scene, it was the guy putting Fern in a bucket, and he's like, "Don't worry, I'll take care of you."
He got trapped in that room, and there was a meatloaf, but I think the meatloaf wasn't good or something.
It wasn't. It was just dirt.
It was like dirt. Yeah, that was unlucky. Like, I felt really bad because I like meatloaf.
What did you see the Whispers episode with Sweet Pea and the Return of the Lich?
Oh, I love Sweet Pea.
That was an amazing episode.
That man got graphic.
Yeah, that's a terrifying episode. That's a really scary episode.
I'm actually deathly afraid now of Sweet Pea because apparently he'll get these whispers to him like all the time.
Well, he killed the Lich, so now it should be done with. But he's getting whispers now ever since he got healed in the end of Skyhooks. Because remember Lumpy Space Princess like healed everyone, and his horn grew back, and he's like, I must go now. And he left, shit. So he still might be the Lich underneath all of that, but he killed the hand that was whispering to him.
Yes.
Thomas, do you watch Adventure Time at all?
I haven't watched Adventure Time since season 3 or 4.
Dude, it's the final season. Get on board.
No, I'm good.
Me and Josh like it just for several. It's a generally funny show at times, and when you go into the lore, it's actually pretty deep lore for a kid show.
Oh, it is. Yeah, I agree on that. Yeah. But I felt like the first couple of seasons were pretty good. Then it just really got weird for me. I was more of a regular show fan than.
I never watched regular show at all.
There you go.
But Greg Universe doing the voice of Jake's brother.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Love it. I love that man. He's like some random 40, 50-year-old guy that just does this.
Does the voices, yeah.
How do you know?
I've literally watched
We've looked
him up just to see who is this man.
Yeah, I think he deserves the best in life. By the best, I mean at least moderate living. But yeah.
Moderate living.
Because let's be clear, he's not saving the world, but he's a great guy. So, yeah.
Yeah. Now, I know all 3 of us here are One Piece fans. Yeah, Josh, are you caught up? With the anime?
I'll take that as a no.
I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to click on. Oh my! It's making me log in. Really?
Oh, dear Crunchyroll. Thomas, are you caught up?
I don't watch the show. I read the book.
Wait, Thomas, are you caught up on the manga?
I just finished the last book. Yes, 83.
Oh, you don't read the Japanese releases?
He reads the English manga adaptation.
Yes.
Which is nowhere near close to.
No, okay. Granted, he's maybe 60 chapters away from what's currently on right now, but.
No, I can't. I understand.
I watched the most recent episode.
I can't tell you the amount of trouble I've had talking to someone because I've been trying to find someone who reads the Japanese manga with me for well over a year now, and every time I think someone's "Oh, I'm all caught up," really? Yeah, with the English manga, or with the English anime, or this and that. Jimmy, don't you dare, Jimmy. Okay, so Jimmy in the chat right now. Before I met him, I was promised that he is up to date on the One Piece manga. So this is back when, let's say Whole Cake Island first started in the manga. So I meet Jimmy for the first time, and I say, "Hey Jimmy, I heard you read the manga." He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "How caught up are you?" He's like, "Oh, I'm still in Dressrosa." He has not read a single page of the manga since I've met him. It's been years, Jimmy.
What a lie.
You're serious,
Leave the
Jimmy?
man alone. He's got a life.
Jimmy, if I talk to you again, you're not caught up next time I see you. I'm going to pull out my hair.
Do it. No.
No, I don't want to see that.
Yeah, I don't want to see that either.
Okay.
Even though we've basically seen it.
Okay, so Thomas, you don't watch the show at all, but lucky for you, the show right now is synced up right with the English manga, so you know exactly where Josh and I are in the manga in the anime right now.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, the English releases link up with the latest episode of the anime every time.
So you're familiar with so we're basically up to after when Sanji was handcuffed and everything.
Yep.
Yes.
Sanji's been handcuffed. Yep. Right now we're in the middle of the cracker fight in the forest.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and Luffy's getting his ass absolutely handed to him, even though
His own self. Yeah. Oh yeah. By that guy. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
By Thousand Arms Cracker and his true form.
Fair though, because the man just snaps his fingers or claps his hands or whatever. Like, you can do that forever. Right. So
wait, now, Thomas, do you know how Cracker's defeated? Have you seen that yet? No, right?
No.
Okay, so now I'm gonna pose to both of you. How would you fight Cracker?
I'd be dead.
No. If you had to figure out a way how to beat Cracker, how would you do it?
Throw him in the water.
actually, that's true.
Fair enough. He can't swim.
I would have to say, I mean, the problem is I thought Luffy could do it half the time when he breaks through the armor with a big punch and then it goes at him, but then he still has like a sword. He puts Haki into it. Like, it's, you gotta just get up and close, personal. Like, he's just gotta get in there. Like,
it's amazing too, because Cracker right now has the highest bounty of any character we've seen in the entire show, and Luffy going full Gear 4 against Cracker.
right.
Still
Like,
getting his ass handed to him.
the thing that beat Doflamingo does not work against Cracker.
I mean, that is slightly to be expected. I mean, they have to make.
Oh yeah, they keep having to make them stronger and stronger. But this isn't even Big Mom. This is one of her 4 associates.
That's the problem I have, because I'm like, if he can't beat this guy or beat him that easily, how is he then going to recover in time, first of all, to really take down Big Mom? Like,
And you'll see that in the upcoming episodes. It's fantastic. All right, so let's not linger on this too long. I'm glad that Thomas, you're up with the English manga, and Josh, I'm glad that you stay up week to week with the anime.
hey man, I look forward to that actually. On like every Sunday or so, I look forward to going on Crunchyroll. I watch the new episode of One Piece and the new episode of Dragon Ball Super, and then I watch the new episode of the English Pokemon anime.
Here's a little thing just for you, Thomas. I read the manga week to week, so I know the manga pretty well. The anime has been filling in things in the manga that are just briefly touched on or like just mentioned off screen. The anime has been animating it, like
Really?
like filling it in canon to like. It doesn't feel like it's not filler. It's actually canon. They're just actually showing things that are happening. So you remember the scene where Brooke and Pedro climb into that soldier, right, Thomas?
Yes, I do.
It just shows them inside it. In the anime, they showed the entire scene, how they lured it out, how they got into its back, how they crawled inside. That's not in the manga at all. It just shows them inside like a soldier. We don't know how they got there. So the fact that the anime showed all that was fantastic.
You can tell. One thing I've noticed when it comes to mangas and animes is that there's scenes that you see in whichever way, and there's scenes you don't see in the other. So
Yeah.
it's pretty much a yin and yang about it.
Yeah. Oh, the One Piece anime has been doing a great job lately with like just adapting this arc, which has quickly become my favorite arc of the entire series.
I will say this is a pretty fascinating arc. Oh, and by the way, the next One Piece book, Volume 84, it doesn't come out till November 7th.
Yeah. That's why I read week to week, because I can't wait.
I can wait.
Okay.
I have other books to read too.
Fair enough.
Enjoy.
All right, so that's our Adventure Time, Steven Universe, One Piece. Those are our most recent segments. Josh, what have you been watching? I see some JoJo here.
Yeah, I mean, that's really been my other one that, like, if I have a moment, like, maybe I'll watch one episode or while I'm eating or something. I meant to look it up. I don't know when exactly it came out, but at least it was put on Crunchyroll in 2014. I feel like it was earlier than that when it was actually out, but I don't know. Called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's an anime that people have like listed on maybe it's like number maybe number 10 on their top 10 or something. Like it's up there, but it's not like a number one of all time. But like, I don't know. I saw enough buzz about it. I was like, sure, what the heck? I'll check it out. It's pretty good. Not gonna lie. I watched like the first 9 episodes or something, and like it's already been so dramatic, so much action. The feels like, but it's weird also because it's set in the late 1800s. So it's bizarre, but like I like it. Like it's really cool in a sense, and it's kind of like it's kind of, at least right now, centered around these two guys and kind of how their lives get kind of interwoven together, and there's a good and versus evil kind of narrative, but like it's also with 1800s type things. Like there's no like phones, there's no like that consistency's there, and it's just like it's nice to watch actually. And you heard it's really funny. I mean, it kind of is at some time. I don't know, like it's actually good. Like I like it, so I would say check it out. Maybe watch 1 or 2 episodes. Pretty good.
Are there different JoJos? Like I've heard like kind of like Doctor Who, where it's like you have a favorite JoJo depending when you watch it or something like that.
I got a hint of that at the end of this last episode that I watched, because the thing is I don't want to give spoilers.
Yeah, I know nothing about this show at all. All I know is there's a guy named JoJo and there's a different JoJos. That's all I know about the show.
Basically, it like the short version of it is that JoJo is a nickname. Like the first main guy, his name is Jonathan Joestar.
Okay.
And so JoJo as like a quick name. So he goes by that. And then I think it was set, I guess it was set in Japan, of course, because it's anime. But like essentially, like without giving everything away, now for this next part it's going to be in New York. And there's a guy, Joseph Joestar, however you say it, and so he goes by JoJo because it has the same consistency. So like, it's interesting. I'm excited to see where it's going because I'm right at that part. So I want to see how they actually play this. But like, I think it's good to watch. Like, I actually think it's very interesting. So if you have a minute, kind of thing, well, about 20 minutes, down, watch the episode,
watch an episode at least.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it right now on Google search right now. It does look pretty funny. I have seen this character before.
Yeah, I mean it's also like an oldish type art style, which I kind of like. So
it is. It's pretty fascinating. It's a very unique art style, and I'm noticing also that there are some. That there may be I think there's a fighting game too involved with it as well.
Oh, I don't know, but the only other last thing I'll say though is that the ending credits, at least for this first part that I'm on, the ending credits, I swear I've heard it in videos somewhere. I don't know which videos or something, but it's catchy and it's weird because I believe, unless I'm listening to it wrong, I think it's like an English song, like it's a regular English song in the Japanese anime. Like, so it's really interesting. So
reminds me of Bakano for some reason.
I mean, you should watch it, Ken.
Okay,
at least try it.
I'll give it a chance.
Yeah, I'm not saying you have to watch it right now, but I'm like,
I'm already watching it. I'm tuning you guys out.
Fair enough, but
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think it's worth it to watch it at some point. I think it's good, and there's actually like 3 seasons worth, and it's weird. I think the first season is like considered like 25 episodes. The second season is like 25 episodes, but then I think the third season is like over 30 or something. So I don't know what happened there, but yeah. So
interesting. Okay, yeah, I'll check it out because everyone in the chat is making this sound actually more interesting too. So
Roundabout by Yes, is that what it is?
The outro.
I mean, it's a good song. I like it actually. So
that's the name of the.
Yeah, I'm gonna search. I just want to listen to it really quick and see if that actually is.
While you're doing that, Thomas, what have you been watching?
I guess we'll go into anime first. I've been enjoying this the second season of this anime called New Game, which is a very cutesy, a very adorable anime series based on a bunch of artists creating games at this.
Oh, is that at the studio, and it's all them working on it, and it's like, didn't she have to like animate a cat or something like that?
No.
Am I thinking of the wrong thing, or
you're thinking of the wrong thing?
Okay.
I think. So really enjoying that anime a lot. I actually, before the second season came out, I binge watched the whole first season, and I can watch it again if I can. It's very enjoyable. Let's see here. I've been enjoying this. I've been really fascinated about this documentary. It's called "The Cars That Made America."
Okay.
It just came out on history. It's all based on when basically the big three, which is Chrysler, GM, and Ford, when they first came out, how they started into the automotive world back in the early 1900s. How did the automotive business became, and how it boomed, basically the economy back then. Very, very fascinating documentary if you're really into it, like I am.
Oh yeah, you love cars, so.
Yeah, me and my father were hooked on car stuff.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, I think it's a 3-part series, and I do need to watch the other two. I've only seen the first one. I do need to watch the other two episodes. That I've been obviously this Discovery show I've been watching for over 13 years. Jesus Christ, respect that. This show called Deadliest Catch, which is which is based on the which is basically a documentary
based on the book.
Based on the documentary about the Alaskan crab fishermen collecting the king crabs and the snow crabs in the Bering Sea up in Alaska. Obviously, 13 years going on, I'm still enjoying it. It's fun. Obviously, Kenny Josh does Rooster Teeth content. I've been enjoying that.
Nothing will scar me more when Josh didn't know what Rooster Teeth was. Like, isn't that one person? Who is this Rooster Teeth?
Ken, I wanted to kill him. I was losing it.
I wouldn't have killed him. Just like, how are you that oblivious to not know? Like, even if you don't know what Rooster Teeth is, you know it's a company. You know they've been around for God knows how long.
And of course, he responded, "Oh, rip me."
In all fairness, Josh doesn't deal with conflict when he doesn't find that like important. So the fact that he doesn't know like a YouTube channel, he's like, "Oh, we'll rip." Like, he doesn't care.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He doesn't care about Rooster Teeth. He does care about the No, which is a Rooster Teeth
program.
brand.
Yeah, their worst one. I unfollowed the No like about a year ago. I don't know. Just they became too like just nothing special about it anymore. It became so routine.
Obviously, they want to have a news site for the company as well. I mean, they're very diverse when it comes to their content and everything. So I guess they really wanted to have a news-based channel, which I guess it's fair enough. I watch it eventually. Stuff. Obviously, all the Rooster Teeth stuff I do. Big Ruby fan, like you are, Ken. I know that.
Yep.
Are you caught up?
Yes.
You are caught up.
Yes.
So you're ready for Volume 5, right? Have you been enjoying Ruby Chibi?
I do like Ruby Chibi. It's kind of cute. I love when Jessica Negri comes back on to voice Cinder. It's cute. I like it.
Well, we all know you're a big fan of Jessica Negri.
I am, and she's not going to be at Comic-Con this year.
Really?
She's not. She posted her next 3 cons, and Comic-Con was not there. And, like, the dates, like, maybe she'll come in, but, like, right now I don't think she's planning to come into Comic-Con at all, and I am heartbroken.
Oh, well, what are you going to do, man?
Cry.
You have to pick another love interest, Ken.
No, relax. He doesn't need to.
Joshy.
Oh my god! I said I'm going to Comic-Con. Oh no! I've actually fully
Did you hear what I said?
Wait, what'd you say? What'd you say, Thomas?
I would pay money to see that.
See what?
I would pay money to not see that.
To see what?
The two of you getting at it in the bed.
What?
God.
All right, Josh. Comic-Con this year, you cosplay as Ash, I'll be Misty, or maybe Dawn or something like that. We'll go as a couple.
I prefer Serena. Thank you.
I can't pull off his skirt though.
Serena kissed Ash.
I know.
It was off camera, but it was implied.
And he reacts by leaving the country.
Okay, that's one way to put it. That's actually like.
That's
so
legit
true.
what happens.
To be fair, she left first.
Dude, she kissed him so hard he changed art styles.
Hey.
Oh, that's true. But oh my, that's hilarious. The way you said that. But come on, the man literally got kissed. He didn't know what to do. He's still 10.
He is not still 10. I refuse.
No, I freeze. I
If
agree with
every
you.
episode of Pokemon was a day, just a day in the Pokemon universe, Ash has aged like 9 years.
At
No.
least.
They've aged him up. He looks different.
Well, he looks younger now. But no,
Well, yeah, the fucking Alola. Well, that's what happens in Alola.
do you mean that's true? That's his Alolan.
Alolan form.
But Alolan form Ash Ketchum. But no, like okay, so in total Pokemon episodes, like there's like 800 or something.
Okay, so he's 8 years older. No, that's not. No, I
How about
thought,
we
That's
just
why I
put it
keep
like
saying
this?
you're wrong.
I
There's
thought-
365 days in a year.
I
and
thought-
he's like 2 years older.
I
than
thought
12.
you said seasons. My bad.
Oh my god, he's like 12 now. If you do that,
Is there really that? No, there's 950 plus episodes
hold on, I'm
checking.
checking.
with 19 movies.
Well,
7
the
winter
movies-
vacation shorts, 8 TV specials, 25 side stories, and 8 ANA flight shorts, which apparently they teach you how to buckle your seatbelt on airports in Japan with Pokemon.
What, you didn't know that?
Yeah, you didn't know that.
Thomas said that so genuinely.
No, I'm dead serious. You didn't know that?
I did not. No, I did not. I knew Virgin America had a music video. I didn't know they had Pokemon teach you how to put your seatbelt on in Japan.
They have some interesting stuff over there in Japan.
he's saying it so nonchalantly. I can't.
I love this kid.
They got some cool stuff over there in that Japan, in the Nippon.
I feel like it's been a long day of work. He's sitting down at the table, got drink in hand,
No.
just reflecting on life a little bit.
He just
Done a good job.
he just swirled a glass of whiskey with the ice in his hand, like not looking at me, looking away up to the corner. They got some cool stuff there in Japan. Like completely just not synced up with the universe right now in the
you're
best
not synced up
possible
with
way.
me.
Oh man.
No, I wish I was drinking right now.
How
but
did we get here? How did we get here?
I don't know. You guys went on a Pokemon rant. What else is...
Well, he's got us there.
We're
anyway,
talking about Rooster Teeth, then something with me, then something else.
Oh
with
yeah,
me,
because
then
Jessica
bashing me.
Nigri's not going to be at Comic-Con,
Yeah.
and yeah, so back to Rooster Teeth. Okay, Thomas, keep going.
Back to life.
I mean, yeah. Obviously, the Rooster Teeth content stuff. Obviously, I listen to all the podcasts and stuff.
Yep, me too.
RT podcast, Always Open, is coming back.
Thank God.
Yeah, I'm very
I
excited.
love
about
that one.
Oh, nice sex talk and everything. It's amazing.
It's like
Wait, what?
Always Open is there, like they talk about like sex and relationships openly and like freely. So they get
What are we talking about?
the Rooster Teeth like one of the podcasts by Rooster Teeth. It's called Always Open.
That's lewd.
No, they keep it actually pretty they keep it pretty respectful, honestly, and it's
Oh,
actually
yes, they
quite
do.
refreshing.
It is. Oh yeah. It is really enjoyable to. Either way, whether it's listening to it or video format, obviously.
Take your word, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I can feel like Josh being like,
If it has Ashley Jenkins, then maybe I'll be interested.
Yeah, she's on some of the episodes.
I'm interested.
and
No.
Mika.
Kidding.
Josh, also Mika is on there too.
I'm the one that likes Mika.
I think she's good though.
She's in Japan right now. She's posting some amazing pics.
How do they pay these people to just take random trips like that?
She's on vacation. She's not there for Rooster Teeth. She's on vacation.
Jeez, Josh.
Always assuming things.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, can I please move on?
Yes. Go on to your other stuff here, Thomas. Sorry.
I also content from the boys from Achievement Hunter, the guys from Game Attack. Also, sometimes I mess around with like Screw Attack stuff, and also I've been enjoying some Cow Chop content eventually.
Yeah.
And I love their CCTV podcast. It's pretty awesome.
Okay.
So other than that, that's pretty much it. So that's all Rooster Teeth content out. Bye. Okay, move on.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny, what have you been listening to or watching?
That's a great question, actually.
What do you... okay, so most recently, I went to the movies the other day with my buddy Tom from work, his cousin Jimmy, and his wife Stina. We went to go see Fairy Tale Dragon Cry, which is the second Fairy Tale movie. They just released it in America for like this week only. We saw it with the original Japanese too, which was really nice. It was very, very good. It was the Fairy Tale manga just ended, and that ended pretty well. But the anime is only about halfway, maybe 3/4 of the way through. So everything they showed in the movie is basically what we're going to expect in terms of the quality of animation later down the line when they animate the final manga chapters.
Is that a good thing?
Oh, it looked very impressive, so yes, it was a very good thing. Lots and lots of fan service, almost an uncomfortable amount of fan service, even from someone like me.
Well, Thomas and I have no problem. But yes,
I am the king of fan service.
Believe me, I love fan service too. Just there are some shots, like in like the major battle sequences, that were like, oh, really? Do we really need like a panty shot as she's like jumping over the enemy?
Why not?
I will agree with Ken on that. Sometimes it gets
there's a time and a place, and yes, it can be excessive and wonderful, but there are some places where it just should not be. But it was great. It reminded me of when we went to go see One Piece Film Gold, Josh. That kind of same like setup in like very small theater.
Was that movie better than Film Gold?
Oh no, definitely not. Like like Fairy Tail as a whole, it's not my favorite anime. I got halfway through the actual anime itself, then gave up on it and just read the rest in the manga because I knew the manga was ending soon. So overall, the manga is a very good manga, but it leaves so much open for interpretation and for like it's kind of the thing where like at the end of One Piece, if the One Piece is like, oh, friendship, people are gonna be pissed. It kind of did that, where the entire story of Fairy Tail is not to answer everything, it's about the relationships of the guild in Fairy Tail. Mm-hmm. So it's like, take it as you leave it. It's a good ending for the manga. The movie, I enjoyed the movie. It was a good movie. One of the main new characters in the movie was voiced by the same girl from Your Name, so I absolutely love that. Mm. But yeah, it was good. I like seeing it in the original Japanese too. Just made it feel more authentic and whatnot. A couple weeks ago, I saw Dunkirk with my brother Joey. Chris Nolan's new film about the Dunkirk event during the war. Fantastically shot movie, amazing sound effects. Like, I can't say enough good things about how that movie was filmed. It's a boring movie.
Really?
Like, you're in suspense the entire time. Like, I felt like I was on the edge of my seat the entire time. I couldn't relax at all. I was getting like nervous in the theater. Like, it keeps you like stressed the entire time. It's the most accurate representation of like the war I've ever seen in my entire life. But they did this really weird way of how the movie's presented to you. It starts off saying like the events on the beach here happen over the course of a week. Then it shows a bunch of boats in the water. The events in the boats are over the course of like a day. And then they show some planes in the air, and so the events of the planes are over the course of like an hour. And all these events are being showed to you at the same time. So you need to kind of like figure out how these events are actually playing out. So there's a part in the movie where you see these fighter planes in the air, and a plane goes down, and the guy sticks his hand, he crashes into the water, and he reaches his hand out of the cockpit and starts waving, signaling to his buddy that he's okay. And then, like an hour later into the movie, we see that scene again from the boats on the ground, like looking up into the sky. So we see how those two timelines link up. And when the guy hits the water, he's not waving his hand, signaling he's okay. He's going down and drowning. And then the guys in the boat quickly rescue him. So I
feel like these are spoilers.
No, it's not. Trust me.
No, it's not. No. I heard that it was. I heard it was okay. But,
yeah. No.
Obviously, I'm looking at it right now on Rotten Tomatoes. It's getting a 93%.
Yeah. No. It's a beautifully shot movie. The sound design's great. Everything is great. You can't understand a word that's going on the entire movie. Everyone's like speaking really fast and like just kind of like getting through the motions. And it's a really good representation of how war is. It's a very confusing and like hostile movie to watch. I don't know. I feel like I was being attacked the entire time, literally and physically. But it's a beautiful movie. I can't deny that it's a piece of cinematic like genius. It's kind of boring to me.
Fair enough.
Yep. I've been keeping up to date with Game of Thrones. We have 2 episodes left this season. They got leaked. They got leaked. I'm avoiding them like the plague. If you spoil for me, I will come to your house and execute you.
Well, I don't even watch it.
Good.
So.
Neither do I.
But this season's been amazing. Next season is the last season, so like they're really building up to things now. So there's only 2 episodes left, and every Sunday. And after Game of Thrones on Sunday, I also watched the new Rick and Morty's. They've been coming out. Pickle Rick.
I don't watch it, but apparently that's been on everybody's something.
Yep.
I've watched it. I've watched only 2. And I said, this isn't meant for me.
Really? Which 2 episodes did you watch, Thomas?
I watched the one episode where it was Tiny Rick.
Okay.
And that was okay. And then the next episode was when Morty's dad had died out of somewhere, and he took him to some alien doctor.
Oh, and he was getting his penis removed?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I was like,
you jumped into season 2, like late season 2, so like, I mean, the episode with Jerry's penis is actually like a really funny episode. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Don't get me wrong. It was a very interesting episode. It's just I was just waiting for Samurai Jack to.
Oh, Samurai Jack was so good, but such a bad ending. Such a bad ending.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, but that you could tell that like there was no way that was the original ending planned, and they just wanted to go for like a super like sad, super like this is what would happen moment at the very end. I don't know.
Yeah, I felt like they rushed the second half of that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They start off so.
I felt like there should have been another episode,
or another season even.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but yeah, that's all I've been watching really. I've been keeping up with like my anime, like My Hero Academia, but nothing new to say about that. You should watch that show. It's the best anime on TV right now.
I still gotta get around to that one too. I still think JoJo's good though. I'll tell you that.
Didn't you watch like an episode or 2 of My Hero though, Josh?
I watched the first one and then I stopped and I got busy and then I'll eventually re-pick it up again.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But also by the way, for continuity's sake, I did look it up. That is the song Roundabout by Yes. And what's weird, I didn't realize. So the outro is part of that song. And music that they use during parts of the anime is the intro of that song. Like, because it's an 8-minute song. So
wow.
They actually use bits and pieces throughout the anime. Like, it's very interesting. Like, it's a good song.
Huh, okay.
It's cool.
Cool.
Fascinating.
All right. Well, let's round out the end of our show with our talking points, our Kickstarter corner, our sports desk, all the good stuff you people know and love.
Right.
Yay.
All right. Do you guys want to do sports desk first or Kickstarter corner?
Now, how are we going to do this, Joshy? Do you want to do your part, and then I'll do my part? And you obviously know what my part is, right?
Are we talking about the sports thing?
Yeah, the sports thing.
Or do you want me to do... All right, let's do sports first.
We'll do sports first? Okay, I am logging out. I am gone. Thank you. Okay.
Oh, my God.
Okay. You guys have exactly 2 minutes starting now. It
can't be 2 minutes if you add a person.
Okay. 5 minutes starting now. Go.
Thank you. So Thomas, you can go first since you're the guest. Talk about some sports that you like.
Well, how do you factor in a shitty Mets season with a shitty Jets season for me? Unfortunately. And I don't care about it, so fuck the Jets. So moving on.
Nice.
Let's talk racing stuff. Formula One. We've been on hiatus for about almost a month now. Going into the end of the month, they'll be in Spa-Frankenberg in Belgium. Sebastian Vettel red hot going into Spa, trailing my boy Lewis Hamilton. Yeah, shut up. And NASCAR talk, 3 races until the playoffs officially begin. Kyle Larson goes on to win, driving for Chip Ganassi with the Target car. Almost pretty fascinating how the season has been going. Obviously, our junior retiring, really bummed out, but I'm really looking forward to saying goodbye to him. IndyCar talk, 4 races left till the season is officially over. They'll be in Pocono, and that's basically it. Go ahead.
Well, I got my Ferrari shirt on, but we don't have the video. But, you know, I'm at least repping my team, you know.
Yeah, okay, I'm repping my team, all right.
Fair enough. But, let's see. So, I guess I'll start with baseball since you touched on it a little bit. It is true, Mr. Slayer. The Dodgers have, like, the best record in all baseball. That has not been a fun time. No. Especially because I like how the former Mets players are playing really well on some of these teams. Like, you have Justin Turner, who's now, like, amazing, apparently, who's been the utility man of the Mets for years. Then you have Daniel Murphy continuing the 2015 postseason with the Nationals, like, 24/7.
Yeah, they never should have got rid of him.
That whole situation's stupid. Now they're doing the whole, let's just trade away everyone as their contract expiring, so at least get some prospects. But, like, it's good and it's bad. It's good for the future, but, like, it makes the team so much worse now, and their pitching is still very lackluster, so that's really not getting much better. So I don't know what's going to happen. I basically, at this point, I hope next year the pitchers are finally healthy for once, and they'll actually play well around that. So, you know, that's what I'm hoping for on that front. Let's see. With basketball is actually starting earlier this year, which is kind of cool. So it's starting like 2 weeks earlier. So it's like mid-October now. They're trying to space out the games slightly more, so there's less like 4 games in 5 nights. Because with basketball, you got to travel to a new city essentially every day unless you're at home. So, like, they're trying to, because they only play like 1 game with 1 team, and then maybe they'll play them one other time or something. So, like, they want to space it out a little more so you can actually account for travel time and jet lag, whatever. So, starting a little earlier. And, yeah, so I'm pretty excited, even though the Knicks are projected to be horrible and they have...
Yeah, well, and everyone else is rigged.
With very questionable contracts. The Warriors are probably going to win everything, and so that's great. But also... Oh, yeah, other than that, I'm excited. But
football, looking forward to. Season should be starting very soon. Don't care about preseason.
That is true. I mean, I'm not a big football fan, but I guess go Giants. So, you know.
Yeah. Okay, Josh.
It's true. If I have to pick one, but also I guess technically hockey season's starting soon.
Shouldn't it start around that time too?
Yeah, around that time, October-ish, I think, or something.
Well, normally they start. They start a month earlier than NBA.
I don't know, something like that. But I guess, you know, I don't know.
Oh my god.
Not sure. And also, as Gabby says, talking about healthy pitchers, yeah, you got those Jays. They're trying to make up ground. I hope they can make it, but I don't know. And then Mayweather versus McGregor, hilarious.
Oh, looking forward to that.
That's an interesting fight. That's actually next Saturday, so that'll be...
yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
That'll be something.
I'm hoping to see also WWE SummerSlam. Also, that's this Sunday, so I'm going to do that with friends. But I'm pretty sure everyone's just waiting for the Mayweather-McGregor fight.
I mean, I'm not paying for it, but I'll see the highlights or something.
Yeah, okay, Josh.
You have 30 seconds.
Literally $100. Anyway, I guess that is it for the sports news. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in.
And
20 seconds.
And please let the Mets pick players that are not made of tissue paper.
That is also true. And
10 seconds.
So
that's it.
The only other thing for that fight or whatever, who do you want to win, Thomas? Which
McGregor.
One? See,
and that's how I saved Christmas. All right, where were we? Kickstarter corner. Josh, where have you back recently?
Oh god. So let's see, Kickstarter corner. So I actually finally received part of the headphones that I backed a while ago.
Is this the weird ones that go in your ear?
Sort of, yeah. They're trying to made sort of fit custom to your ear.
Yeah.
They're a little finicky.
I'm not surprised.
I partially expected it, but you know, they're literally still gonna send me the actual main part that like is with Bluetooth. I don't know how that works. So
why didn't they just give it to you complete?
I don't know. So they sent me the wired part of it. So it can work if you plug it into your phone, but it's not the Bluetooth part. But I thought then you're supposed to just like disconnect, and then it's like, I gotta figure it out. I don't know. So it's been underwhelming so far. The sound is okay though. Like it's decent earphones, I guess, but I actually prefer my Beats ones still better. I was hoping to get a wireless better option or more current option to replace these. I don't know. We'll see. But I mean, it's still technically on its way, sort of. Aside from that, though, literally like a day or two before the bar exam, I was, busy freaking out, stressing out at night, and checking Kickstarter, and and I ended up backing the Switch case, which I still meant to send the link to you guys like a while back. Thomas, I know I said I'd send you the link.
You sent me the link.
Okay, he sent Ken the link, but he didn't send it to me.
No, you did because I messaged you that night.
No, because you got a notification when you still got notifications, because you literally commented on it.
That's right, okay.
So I didn't link you, you linked yourself.
Kickstarter linked me to it, yeah.
You played yourself. No, but...
oh, snap.
It's right. But, really cool case, I think. It's basically like almost like a rubberized kind of case that you kind of flip over it. I don't know. It's hard to describe without looking at it. I have the link for you guys. I'm going to literally just like put it in our...
Put it in the chats. Put it in the chats too.
Oh, the general chat? I'll put it in on
the YouTube and the Twitch chat too.
Yeah, then I'm going to put it on there. I'll put it on here. Okay. So, I think it's pretty cool, actually. So, if you have a Switch... I would actually really consider this because the biggest problem I have with the Switch is that it's completely flat on the back. So when you're trying to hold it in handheld mode, your hands, the backs of your hands, like it doesn't really fit that well to grip the system. And this one has, where basically each Joy-Con has its own actual substance to the back of it. So you can actually grip onto that and hold it while you're playing it.
Okay.
So it's like a gel?
Yeah, it's kind of almost like this gel kind of casing that you kind of flip over it, where it's very easy to take on or take off, and it goes over the whole thing. And you can also, you can customize what kind of grip on the back or what style or what length of it or something. There's like a few styles and a couple colors.
My big problem with this is I'm afraid about overheating.
I mean,
I have noticed that, yes.
I haven't seen any issues
because this is a big rubber condom for the entire Switch, basically.
Yeah,
and it's covering a lot of what I think is like the exhaust ports. Like the
exhaust ports are only on the top.
There's some on the top and some on the back, and they do have like two little back parts open here. I'm looking at, and they're like designs.
And they do have the top open.
Yeah. Maybe I don't know. I'm afraid that it would just make the thing too hot and it could damage the Switch or cause it to bend more.
I see this little illustration right here, and I'm noticing that there is openings for where the for where those fans are, where those vents are. So maybe it won't mess with it that too much.
I think though, yeah. I mean, everything gets hot. I mean, even your phone gets hot if you run video for too long or something.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, it's made to withstand some heat. I think it should be pretty cool. I mean, I'm gonna still keep track of it. I mean, it still has another 3 days to go, more or less. So, I mean, I've pulled out of projects like last minute before. So, I mean, that's not a new thing.
I've only done that once with those stupid spinning tops.
That was your own fault. I tried talking you out of that.
They were made of cool material. No, not fidget spinners.
But yeah, I mean, I'm still gonna look into it, whatever. But I feel pretty confident about it. I looked into it. I liked the video. I was also sleep deprived and stressed, but I liked it, and so I thought it was a good investment choice. The one problem for me is that I already have a case, and it comes with a case. So like, I don't know. I'll see what I'll do with the case.
Maybe it's a better case.
It doesn't hurt to have multiple cases.
Maybe, but
especially if you're a law firm.
Keep it there. Actually, you know what's interesting? There's one guy that I had to submit stuff for today, and I noticed, and I talked to him about it because I noticed it in the top corner of like his I don't even know what you call it, I guess cabinets or something of like your desk, like at the top, whatever, I don't know. And way in the top corner of his office in the back was the Zelda Breath of the Wild Master Collection box.
Ha!
for the Switch.
That's awesome.
And I was like, hold on. So then, like, after talking with him about what I was doing, submitted my thing, handed it to him, whatever. And I was like, I gotta ask you because I see it there. And like, so I actually talked with him a little bit about Zelda and stuff. He's like, yeah, I love it, but I had to put on hold with like tax season when it first came out. And I was like, yeah, I had to put on hold too and all this stuff. But he's apparently like at the same point as me, put like 30, 40 hours into it, but had to put it down. And we were talking about it though. He's like, it is a great game and everything. I do like it. I play like Mario Kart and stuff, and it's great at bringing it around, you know? So cool guy. And Ken, you would like him too. Thomas, you would like him too. It was like, he literally had, he has also like a couple Batman like actual like figures like on his desk, like
nice.
real, like, the more expensive kinds. So you guys would like that. I mean, he seems like a pretty cool guy. So
let's get him on the show.
Just one person already, first guest, and automatically let's open up the floodgates.
Yes.
And all the guests.
Honestly, not to jump ahead of things, but this is actually going extremely well, and I'm enjoying this format a lot. So I am very open to more guests in the future and returning guests too.
Yay!
Yeah, Ken just likes not hearing me for periods. He likes a break, you know.
Well, you can always kick him out one time and just be a one-on-one.
Oh,
The KP podcast.
the KP, the King's.
No, I said KT.
Okay, that's what I thought. I'm like, why are you addressing our hometown as like the podcast?
No.
Okay.
Otherwise, it'd be KM.
the nonchalant yay.
So true.
That was like a Fluttershy yay.
That's what it was.
Oh, that's what you're doing. Okay, that's perfect.
Yeah.
All right, Thomas, what'd you back recently?
Well, it involves my favorite little teal-haired girl, Hatsune Miku.
Aw.
This month marks the 10-year anniversary of Hatsune Miku's release to the world. Technically, it's her 10-year birthday, technically, as well.
She's only 10, folks.
Shut up.
That's why I said
dubbed as a 16-year-old. Okay.
That's not
better for Japan and select parts of the United States. And I don't know about Canada.
Whatever.
Yeah, sure,
Screw
Canada.
No,
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
No, don't you say that.
I just wanted you to see your reaction.
Didn't I say something about Canada on the podcast one time, and I'm still getting...
I could have sworn you did.
Yeah.
I'll probably hear it.
Because our loyal viewer, Gabby, is from Canada and lives in Canada.
My apologies, Gabby. You sound
There
like
you go.
That was rude.
See? Told you, immediate backlash.
I don't want to mess with Gabby, and I recall her getting angry at Josh at one.
Josh and Gabby have been at each other's throats a lot, but back to what you've been backing. Hatsune Miku, what's going on? She's 10.
She also pointed out your very suspect.
That's right. I remember now.
And then she still plays her allegiance to Team 10. Okay.
Jacob has the exact quote.
Oh my god, that is the direct quote.
I remember.
We are bringing this directly to you.
Anyway.
All right, back to Miku. She's 10. What are you putting in her top? What? Go.
God, Ken.
Wow.
How much did you donate?
Wow.
I backed up the entire amount.
Okay, what is it for though? It's
well, it's basically the Kickstarter involves advertisement in Seoul, Korea.
Okay.
Basically, it's to advertise for in various places like subways, in various subways, train stations, also various areas in the city of Seoul, Korea. Now, obviously, they have a more Vocaloid has more followings out in Asia and Eastern Asia, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So to celebrate that day, the day, which is August 31st, they're doing this fundraiser for advertising and everything. So I did the full package, 2 free T-shirts,
Ooh.
a pretty good size poster of the 10th anniversary Miku, and also an illustration card, which I'm assuming it has other various. It has a reasoning for it. I haven't really looked more into it, and also my nickname will be listed on the advertisement sheet. For
that's cool.
Snap on Tom 88. Take it, Ken. That's right.
Correct.
Ha.
The hell. So, other than that, I've seen samples of the shirts, and they look amazing. Very looking forward to seeing this stuff. The poster looks awesome. I can't wait to put it up here in my room. Maybe I won't. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe I'll transfer it into a nice pillow or something. I don't know.
That's cool.
Really not much I could say, but it's something to check out, and obviously it got a lot of feedback for the project. It got backed up pretty quickly, and it's raised over at least $4,200 for the project. So
Damn.
The project will happen.
Cool.
And I'll be getting all my stuff, my stuff sometime next month.
Nice, dude.
So that's it. Other than that,
Nice.
I guess can I talk about a Patreon that I'm following?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Good.
So I'm doing I'm backing up a Patreon for the podcast that I follow, the Completely Unnecessary podcast. Where
That's all. Wait, no.
yes, it's the hosts are Pat Contry, Pat the NES Punk, and Ian Ferguson.
Uh huh.
Yes.
Are they from Rooster Teeth?
No.
Shut up. I would not know. But yes. No.
Sorry, Thomas, keep going.
Surface? Excise? Anyway.
Oh my. I'm telling you, we are going to Wild Wings, dude. Don't shut up with that snack size. Ken, the man literally ordered snack size, which is literally like 5 wings.
Yeah.
6 wings.
Okay.
5.
But I ate already, Josh, that day, and he's giving me off while he's eating. He's sitting there like a fat ass eating like over 20 fucking wings.
In all fairness, Josh's stomach works in ways that most men don't comprehend. Josh can out-eat me every time. I'm a large man. I do not deny this. Josh out-eats me every single time.
You should have saw him the day there was a.
Thomas, I've been to Buffalo Wild Wings with him many times. I've seen him devour wings. So much so where he has to go wash up in the bathroom, and then he misses out on great opportunities.
Yeah, and I miss out, and you should have saw him. He went through at least 3 or 4 plates of a continental breakfast before the race.
It was not continental. It was full breakfast buffet. There were eggs. There was an omelet station.
Wait.
Full breakfast. And my father and my dad, and my father and my uncle go.
My father and my dad.
And my father and my uncle go to say to me, "Man, the man can eat."
Josh appreciates a good meal, and he knows that in order to get the most out of life, you don't want to spend or waste money on food. So you fill up when the food is free, and you save the money.
Wow.
Josh, am I wrong?
Yes.
If you were getting free food, will you not fill up on it?
Depends. That's not the ideology going into it. I like to eat. It doesn't matter. Like, if it's there, buffets are great. I mean, you gotta.
Was it continental?
It was not. There were eggs. That's the difference.
That is the difference. How are the eggs prepared?
Either the standard like buffet style scrambled eggs, and like but
why are we having this conversation? Move on.
But also a full-on omelet station that was fantastic.
Ooh, what'd you get in the omelet?
I think I usually get like a Western omelet, but you know,
like peppers and stuff like that.
Pepper, onion, ham.
Ooh.
But you know, also at this one, I think I added like also. Oh god, I think I added like broccoli and spinach to it too, or something.
See, that stuff's great because it adds so much more like volume to the omelet itself.
Right, and I mean, if it's there in front of me and there's like 12 toppings, like of course I'm gonna pick like at least half. You know, like
yeah.
God.
The unwritten rule.
Any meat like bacon or ham in there at all, or?
I think there was
the ham.
The ham? Okay, good. Was it cut up into
make the Western omelet?
Was it cut up into like the little cubes, or was it?
Yes.
Okay.
That's how you do it.
I've seen people like take.
Right now.
I've seen people take like ham and just like take a slice of ham and put it on the grill and like kind of chop it up into the eggs. No, that's not how you do it.
I've had that too.
Yeah, that's
Fine, but it's not genuine.
No, it's not.
Okay, can we move on from this subject, please?
All right, what do you want to talk about, Thomas?
No. So the Patreon.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
How do we get to omelets? I blame Gabby. She's talking about omelette du fromage because it is one of my favorite sayings. Because it's from Dexter.
Yeah, it was.
She called you out on that one.
Now, what kind of cheese did you put in your omelet, Josh?
I don't put cheese.
Oh, that's right. You don't like cheese.
I'm not a cheese man.
All right.
Boy, you're lucky I don't have a camera right now pointing at you, because I'd be staring at it right now saying, move on and get on with it.
Okay.
You guys keep constantly talking about omelets. Come on.
All right, Josh, Thomas, back to your Patreon. So it's
Right.
the completely unnecessary.
At the NES Punk.
Completely unnecessary podcast, and you follow the full amount, which is about like $6 and some odd cents or whatever.
That's not bad.
And you get a full video, unedited format, unedited of the newest podcast that comes out. To just marathon the whole thing, no problem. And also you get a chance to you can call in and leave a message on their Patreon phone number, and they can present that message to while they're doing the recording on the podcast.
Okay.
It's pretty interesting. So other than that, that's it.
All right. And how long have you been subscribed to them so far?
I gotta say, it's been over a year now.
Okay. And have they reached Patreon goals? Have they updated their studio and whatnot?
No.
See, that's the part with Patreon. I understand Patreon to be giving them a lifestyle, being able to fund their content and whatnot. But if they pass certain goals, I feel like they should be upgrading, making it better, adding more incentives to grow the Patreon. When you're just taking the money and just okay, here are our rewards, we're not going to change them. It makes me as a Patreon person less incentivized.
What's there to change about it? That they record in Pat's actual his gaming room,
yeah,
where he has this huge collection, massive collection. He has legit good mics. He has legit audio.
Yeah, I've seen his setup before. I've watched some of his podcasts.
Are you saying that he has a better setup than us?
Yes.
Well, the fact they're all in the same room, not using the internet to do the recording, yes, that makes it better by default. I mean, we have a pretty good setup right now, but
yes.
If we were all in the same room, soundproof room, mic arms, the entire 9
They
yards.
also do this for a living. Come on.
Well,
No,
yeah.
they don't.
Well, it's
Essentially,
it's partially,
part of it.
definitely
Anyway.
10%.
So,
Okay.
other than that, that's it.
Well, I'm still supporting the whole Ken for Patreon thing, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
If I don't create enough.
I have no idea what he's even gonna do.
I wouldn't. I would honestly, I would feel bad taking people's money at that point because I don't know if I create enough content that's worthwhile to support a Patreon. I just don't do it yet. Maybe someday, not right now.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a job. I fund all these things. I'm good right now, but maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
At least it's another option if you really want to grow this channel and whatnot.
Exactly. Having just over 1,300 subscribers on YouTube and 117 on Twitch is not enough.
True, yes.
Yes. All right, so that's the Kickstarter corner. That's the sports desk. Let's move on to our talking.
Thomas Patreon corner.
Yes, Thomas's Patreon corner. We should do that every time Thomas comes on. We should just ask, "How's that Patreon?" Good. Next topic.
I'll come up with a clever name. We need something up from corner. I'll make it work.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Patreon pasture. There we go.
No.
Thomas's Patreon pasture.
The TPP.
Oh yeah.
I love it. Okay, new segment.
Nice.
Moving on.
All right, moving on now to our talking points and our news to round off the show. People in the chat, if you have anything you guys want us to talk about that's been in the news recently, please type in the chat now. Other than that, let's start with our first topic right now, the SNES Classic pre-order fiasco.
So,
Thomas, start off, Thomas.
Yeah. So, really, obviously, there's a lot of hype about this. about this project, this coming out, and I will say that it was very popular when it came out, when the NES edition came out. I have one. I love it. But obviously I'm staring at my NES collection and it's like, I probably could have bought all those games, or I probably could have booted up my Wii U and just bought all those games from the Virtual Console and make that a Virtual Console itself. Right. So, in all honesty, I will say that there is a lot of hype again for this. So I'm assuming a lot of these companies are really trying to really want to push the button right away for these pre-orders. And obviously it's at the end of the month. But this whole thing it really made very fishy about the fact that Walmart put the pre-orders up out of nowhere at a very odd time.
Yeah, well, me and Josh became victim to that. So for those of you who listen who don't know,
and other people too.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Walmart did put up pre-orders for the SNES Classic. I saw it right away. I told Josh. I texted Thomas. Me and Josh.
I was asleep.
Yeah, you were asleep. Me and Josh got them, but lo and behold, a week later, a couple days later, we got an email from Walmart saying, "Yo, we done effed up. That shouldn't have been on our page. We're canceling your pre-order. We know you really want this item, but sorry."
They jumped the gun. Someone messed up.
I refuse to believe that it was a issue like that. They probably, if they put it live and didn't realize how much in demand it was, they got flooded with requests. They oversold what they had. So instead of like, okay, we have to choose who gets it, who doesn't get it, they decided to cancel every pre-order and wait to a later date. Because then Nintendo had to come out a week later and say like, oh, we know this is a hot product that's coming out soon. Don't worry, we'll put the pre-orders out at the end of the month. They had to come out and say that after this entire fiasco.
Well, they had to do something.
I guess,
they had to say something about it. It's like, how out of nowhere that Walmart puts this up and no one else does.
That's what happened. That's what happens with that. That's like how it is with Amiibo. That's how it was for the NES Classic. There's some sites.
That's not to say that is correct, though. That's
no.
The way that this is so disorganized and it's become regular practice. So.
Oh yeah, no, it's really shitty. But that's just how it's been now since basically the Amiibo started. If you think about it, they've had supply and demand issues since the Amiibo. The Switch is still out of stock everywhere. The SNES is going to sell out day one. Like, they have a major supply and demand issue. And I understand Nintendo's afraid to put too much out there and have us go like, meh, we don't want it. And then they're basically paying for it. But they're leaving money on the table by not making enough of these things and getting them out properly. Like, they're trying to bank on these for like a holiday release. Release them now. Release them right now.
Yeah, I don't see that this is gonna go no problem. And it's like, oh yeah, we're making tons of more. No, we're still gonna have the same problem. We're still gonna have the same problem with this NES Classic Edition. Obviously, it's gonna be very exclusive. It's gonna be only available till the end of the year. They're not going to make any more afterwards. So,
it's bad too, because Star Fox 2, which is an unreleased game, is like one of the big selling points of this console. So not only is it like I have a lot of these games on the SNES. I have most of these games. I still have my SNES and whatnot. I don't need this in terms of that. I can play all these right now on an emulator on my computer. That's not the thing. It's the fact that it's a portable little console with a unreleased game on it that brings back all the nostalgia.
Unreleased game.
A finished unreleased game. Like, it's a pretty big deal. And Nintendo isn't saying like, oh yeah, don't worry, we'll release Star Fox 2 on the Switch's Virtual Console or the Wii U Virtual Console. Like, they're not saying that either. It's making it seem like it's only going to be on this SNES. And if that's the case, people are going to be pissed when they can't get it. Or if they do release it on the Virtual Console afterwards, people are going to be pissed they bought SNES for something that came out later. That, like, if they're only buying this for Star Fox, you're an idiot. I'm sorry.
It's true.
Josh, what do you got to say about it?
Yeah, Josh, you've been quiet.
I was very sad.
I already know what he's going to...
I was very sad with the pre-order.
Yep.
I don't even know if I've spoken about it on here because it's been a while, but I did get officially the Raspberry Pi.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Well, I mentioned it to you.
Oh, that's right. I always listen to everything we talk about is on the podcast. That's why.
And I mentioned it to Mr. Thomas.
Yes.
And I still got to load more games because, I mean, I've been so busy, but, like, I at least had a little bit of time to put it together, put some games on there, tested it out. It works, so it's a matter of now just, like, adding games to it and whatever, and making sure I know how save states work on it and whatever. But, I mean, that is my portable emulator machine, essentially. I can get basically all of these games on there. But there's also still that fact of just like, oh, I want it. Because it's also like the limited time and it's all there.
It comes with SNES control. It comes with SNES controllers, 2 of them too. Like just the nostalgia. So, the nostalgia factors. I know.
It has so many things going for it. So it's like, oh, I still want it. And and then I was so relieved when we actually got on it and got the thing, and I got the confirmation emails and stuff from Walmart, whatever. And I was like, wow, this is great. And now I'm like, I don't think I'm going to actually get it now because I don't know how or when this is coming up. And now I got to sleep earlier.
I'm just doing the Hail Mary thing where Amazon's very good where they say we're going to release these tomorrow at this time for pre-orders, and they're going to do it that way. They always say you have to be a Prime member, you can only have 1 per household. That's how they handle the Amiibo. They're the best when it comes to the like that kind of stuff. So if Amazon does that with the SNES saying, hey, this Friday 12 o'clock Eastern, we're going to do it, this is the things you need to look for. If they do it that way, I think we have a chance. Any other place that just randomly puts out their pre-orders, it's going to be a disaster.
Oh yeah. Do you now? What do? You get emails about it?
Well, yeah, you can go on Amazon. You can click notify me when this is available.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And you get an alert and an email right when it's out. So
right.
That's how I did the last Smash Bros. Amiibo.
Yeah. Oh, I pretty much set on pretty much all alerts on nowinstock.net, and obviously it's on Amazon. If I can get it on it, that's a steal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that they don't see that they're going to lose money if this thing is not properly stocked. For all we know, they are telling the truth, and it's going to come out, and there's going to be a surplus of them, and that'll be great. But I have very little faith after how they handled the NES and how they handle their Amiibo supply currently.
Oh yeah, it's disgraceful the fact that those 3 Link Amiibos that were only exclusive to certain stores and websites
are still not back yet. Yeah,
they're still not backed out yet, and I've already got 2 of the 3, but I had to pay maybe another extra $10 or whatever than retail price, which isn't that bad, but I'd rather buy it at retail price than that.
It's not like back in the day when the Animal Crossing Amiibo was going for $100 on like eBay and stuff like that. People were buying it because you couldn't find Villager anywhere.
God, what a train wreck that was.
Yeah.
I give you a lot of credit, Ken, about what you did that when it first came out, when those Amiibos first came out. You did it the proper way. You stayed in line. You stayed in the cold. You did everything you did to get those things and not have to buy them from scalpers.
That was part of the fun, though. Like, honestly, after a while, the Amiibo like collecting became an actual in real life game. So like,
it was.
Doing all that stuff was actually quite fun. But now that like I'm not saying like I'm older, I've aged the last like 3 years, but it's like I'm so sick and tired of it. Just put enough out. Let me be able to go to work at normal time. Let me not stand out at Walmart until 6:30 in the morning. Like, don't make me do that anymore.
Sketchy Walmart, let's just say that.
Walmart is the worst. I hate Walmart with a passion. If Walmart is watching this podcast, we do not want your support or sponsorship. Please leave.
But you can also sponsor me separately because I don't
okay,
mind.
Josh.
Welcome to the TK podcast. I'm Ken O'Connor. This is Thomas Lattanzio.
Hello.
All right, let's move on from that nightmare. Let's talk about Pokemon for a little bit.
Pokemon? What's that?
Oh,
what is that?
Okay, well, Pokemon Go. They release all the legendary birds, and if you haven't got them yet,
True.
I've gotten.
Did you hear about that stupid thing in Chicago for the 1 year anniversary? And then it crashed, and everyone demanded a refund. And people literally got refunded both like in-game with in-game stuff,
in-game currency, and their ticket price.
Yeah, and their actual airline tickets for the travel.
Yeah, what a
bullshit.
It's funny.
Enough time has passed now where I don't think it's newsworthy anymore. But what a shit show that was.
Not surprised.
That's a shame.
You know, apparently it's working. Apparently, like Mewtwo is out now, and
Mewtwo's out in Japan. I've been playing hardcore the last couple weekends with some friends. I've gotten Articuno, Moltres so far. Still working on Zapdos and Lugia, and Mewtwo should be out for us shortly. But it's gotten really fun again. Like people are like gathering now in groups of like 50 people. It reminds me of last summer when it was at its high point. It's gotten back to that point.
I don't know, not that I've seen, but
you have to go to you haven't been to a raid yet.
No.
The raids are where it's at, honestly.
Man, I don't got time.
There's entire Discord servers for different parts of Long Island where like people post where things are show up. They post times to meet there. You'll get a group of like 20 to 50 people there. Everyone logs in together. We take down a legendary bird. You have a chance of capturing it. It's so much fun. It's so cool. Well, again, I only do this on the weekends. I don't do it during the week, of course, but it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
I'm trying to get my friends to get into it again, but they haven't invited me out to go and play, because I live by Jones Beach, and that's like that's like prime area for Pokemon stuff, and I want to play it some more, but I just don't want to play it by myself.
Yeah, it's not fun when you're by yourself at all. I like getting with a group of people, driving in a car, and like, there's an unknown down the street, drive! Like, yeah, awesome. That's fun. And now they have like better trackers too to find things online. It works a lot better. But
yeah, but it took them this long, so
yeah.
Josh, what are you gonna do, man? All right,
not play it. That's what I live my life.
I still think they were very underprepared when this game came out, and they had this giant boom. They were not ready for it, which is disheartening. But it looks like they're climbing back up to where they should be by this point. But we'll see. For all we know, the summer will end and no one will care anymore.
Basically, not a lot of people care about it now.
That's right.
Maybe.
But yeah, anyway. Okay.
All right.
But then in other Pokemon news,
Lycanroc.
So, Lycanroc was always known for having the two forms, the midnight form and the midday form.
Mm-hmm.
And now we've got a dusk form, so
nice.
that in-between time. And
it's pretty cool looking.
It's basically almost like just a new color thrown on a combination of what the midday and midnight look like.
Yeah, he's on all fours like the midday, but he has like the hair like swoop of the midnight form, and he's orange instead of the like brown or exactly.
And the one kind of depressing thing though is that you can only get it as a special event in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. So it's not like you know how like midday and midnight, like it depends on the time of day. It would have been interesting if they were like, well, if you evolve it in between somehow in these hours, like I don't know, maybe that's stupid, but like
no, that's sorry. That's a very valid point. Like when I first saw, I'm like, oh, cool, new evolution mechanics. You could have like a twilight form or a sunset form, stuff like that. But when they go out of their way to say no, it's only an event, it's like, okay, so
right.
why are you showing us this?
Right, I think it kind of diminishes the value of Pokemon. That's usually how it works for me, because then it's okay, you get the one, and then you can't really breed it, you just got to get lucky it's the right nature, and, you know, if you wanted to do egg moves and stuff, that's not possible. Like, there's a lot less customization here.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's very then niche. Like, it's for that collector, or everyone's just going to have it and throw it away in their box. Like, it's not as cool. The one cool thing that they are doing with it, though, is that Ash's Rockruff is confirmed to be evolving into it.
Mm-hmm.
So that I'm excited for because I watched the anime. But so I like that, to see that exclusive take on.
But
it.
I feel like they're only giving us this is because of the anime. It's like when Ash Greninja came out. Like, Ash Greninja had nothing to do with the game. It just, it's in the anime, let's give it to the game. Like, I feel like it's that kind of thing where it's not going to make an effect.
Honestly, it might be. So, I mean, either way, I'm still not thrilled over this.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's cool.
I'll get it, of course.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. I like orange. I mean, it's a great color, favorite color of mine. But, like, you know, I don't know. It's there, essentially, and it'll be coming soon.
Yeah. I need more Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon news. That little snippet they gave us a couple months ago has not been enough. And for like this be the first piece of real information, like, I don't know, it's not enough. I still want to know what this game is. I feel like I don't know what it is yet. I know it's the DS. I know it's an alternative storyline. Does that mean it's a retelling of Sun and Moon with different aspects? Or is this the future? What is this game? And we
future.
Exactly.
Right, Josh.
I'm happy to get new news on it. Just it's not enough new news.
SpongeBob
Again, if interested in new, like, Sunset of Evolution Mechanic or Twilight Evolution Mechanic, very cool, on board. Give me, like, Sunset Vileplume or something like that. But, like...
Ooh.
I'll take 10.
I would take 10 of that.
No, Josh.
Oh.
The Vileplume's cool.
Wait, that guy's name is TPP, except it's Poker. Thomas's Patreon pasture. Poker.
Did someone
anyway.
really do that?
No. It says Poker. But
No, but that's TPP. What are the
I know,
odds? What are the odds?
Yeah, exactly. And
Okay.
it's Twitch Prime. So he didn't just create that. But anyway.
Moving on.
What was I going to say?
Anything data on Pokemon or?
Yeah, Ken. I realized I was stupid. I was like just pre-ordering a bunch of things, and I pre-ordered those, but I got to think about it because like I can't pre-order that.
Well, if you don't, we're gonna pick it up at GameStop and do our
Right, I
traditional.
got to pre-order from GameStop. I gotta fix that.
That's in November, right? Do we know the date on that yet? Did they give an exact date?
17th.
What was this?
November.
Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon.
Ultra Moon.
I don't even like Wikipedia doesn't even have a page for it yet. Like it's like an addendum on the page.
Nice use of the word addendum.
Thank you. TP Poker. We were talking about a new segment called Thomas's Patreon pasture, and he said it was going to be called the TPP for short. And then all of a sudden you come into the chat room and it's like, wait, what? We thought it was like someone making a name based off that.
It's true.
It's
November
not
17th.
It's not a great idea.
Say what?
Who?
Either.
Who?
You guys
Who?
talked over each other. I didn't hear either.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, that segment you had, that's a terrible name.
Well, I was saying that the
shit.
game does come out Friday, November 17th.
Nice.
Yes. Josh,
week
we going
before
out for
Thanksgiving.
beer again?
When?
Remember last year?
When was that?
You, me, and a friend, we
Okay.
celebrated not only Pokemon,
Did
Pokemon
we?
game coming out that same day, Metallica's concert album just came out that same day.
That was the day Pokemon was released?
Yes, Josh.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, so wait, you were with me that night into midnight, and then the next day you went out with Thomas?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was
okay.
tired.
Yeah.
But,
I was gonna say I was gonna let you sleep over. I did not want you going home that night.
Yeah, the problem is, I swear, whenever I sleep and it's like not in my bed or not on a or something, like
It's
my back
it's
so
just not
screwed.
right. I agree.
I
So
remember the aches and pains when we were.
What?
that air mattress though.
Oh yes, you enjoyed the air mattress.
Oh God. But yeah. I don't know. I'll work out plans for that. I have not thought that far ahead yet at all for anything.
Believe me,
but-
I'm still trying to plan September, and October's gonna be a nightmare.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, October's going to be a nightmare.
Yep.
But
Anything else you want to say? Oh, sorry.
Ken, I just sent you a picture of Josh after that. Just on that night, just to see how ridiculous it was.
Josh, you look gone. You're trying so hard just to keep every part of your face from not just collapsing, it looks like.
probably accurate.
Buffalo
man.
Wild Wings.
Yes.
That's when he got the snack size.
No, I didn't.
We've
Knucklehead.
come full circle.
I got a small.
I'm officially calling this I'm calling this podcast the Snack Size Podcast with
Yes.
Cousin Thomas.
Yes.
Triggered. Okay.
Anything else about Pokemon? We haven't heard any news since like June, and it's bugging the hell out of me.
Pokemon is a thing. It'll hopefully remain a good thing. We
Yeah.
shall see.
I'm just worried because they're not telling us shit about it. And like, I felt like last year leading up to Sun and Moon, every month we had a Pokemon Direct to talk about, and they're telling us nothing now, which is
No.
Well, because everyone now just wants for the Switch, and people are like, all right.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah. But it's gonna happen.
It will
Yeah.
eventually. All right, moving along. The Splatoon Splatfest. Thomas, you obviously did not get a chance to participate. Josh, did you
Nope.
get to play at all?
Are you talking about the ketchup versus mayo?
Yes.
Jesus.
That is the most rigged thing I've ever seen in my life.
Obviously mayo.
No.
Well, it's not rigged then.
Clearly ketchup, but mayo won.
Exactly, and this is where the scandal is happening. So mayo, ketchup got 72% of the popular vote,
Correct.
And then the actual competing, Mayo won the single player and the team matches as well.
Right.
Now the problem.
To parlay this into the presidential election. How are you going?
No. There's several issues here. First of all, people were just picking ketchup because Marina picked ketchup. Now,
Yes.
we have not talked about this on the podcast yet.
Right.
I have a stupid, ridiculous crush on Marina.
No comment.
And that's the good one.
That's the good one. The other one, Pearl.
The one on the right.
Pearl is a gremlin who is just
Yes.
horrible. Freaking Marina is this cute and just amazing Octoling girl.
Well, Thomas, let me put it for you this way. She's essentially the Mika Burton of Splatoon.
Oh my god.
No, that's actually very, very correct. More so than I think you realize. Okay, so here's the thing. Whether or not ketchup really was that more popular, more than ketchup got 72% of the vote, Mayo got like 20 something, or the rest is.
Yes.
They basically cannibalized the results though, because so many times ketchup members were fighting other ketchup people in the Splatfest. So
To be fair, that makes sense because there's a certain point where there's only so many people online, and if all those people favor the ketchup, like, what are you going to do? Have them wait?
Exactly. So you can't make them wait, so they fight each other. But
It's a flaw in the system.
It's a huge flaw in the system. But I think they were banking on more of a, even if it was like 45 to 55 or like 40 like 60, like something closer in the middle, it wouldn't have been a problem. It's the fact that everyone picked ketchup that made the issue, and I still don't know if it's because ketchup really is that popular or it's because Marina chose ketchup.
I honestly think ketchup is a lot more popular.
I don't think so, because mayo in Japan is huge. You know, in Japan they love mayo.
This is not surveying Japan.
Was this not Japan?
Splatoon has NA servers.
Oh, okay. Okay, so then America then. Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah, like it's totally different servers, at least this time around. Like, I looked into that at one point. They have a few different...
So wait, how did Mayo do in Japan then?
I don't know.
And Splatfest results. Because I'm interested to see if they...
But it is true. The Mika Burton is a lot better than the other one. I don't even remember the name to.
Ashley Jenkins?
No! No, the other one is not Ashley Jenkins.
Okay, so this was the results in Japan. Mayonnaise got 56%. Ketchup got 44%.
Yeah.
Solo matches, Mayonnaise won 51 to 49. And team matches, Mayonnaise lost 49 to 51. So Mayo still won overall, but that's a lot closer.
Well, right. And so that's the thing. I think ketchup is more popular in the U.S., or at least North America or whatever.
That or Japan doesn't think Marina is as cute.
I feel like I don't think that's true. But, you know, what was I going to say? I mean, I don't even really play for the Splatfest. Like, I don't think it's that great. I mean,
the Splatfest is just it's a time to get everyone like interested in the game again and like come check it out again.
Right.
Like whenever Splatfest happens, just there's hype around it.
That's the thing. I mean, even if it is a little flawed and whatever, like, especially, I don't agree with the fact that how they're just like, oh, well, it wins 2-1. It's like, well, how do you factor in the matches over like literally everyone picking the thing? Like, I think it's a little flawed in that regard. I think there's got to be some other measurement or something, but you know, honestly, whatever. At the end of the day, like, I really don't care too much.
Well, they've announced the next one now, which is going to be flight versus invisibility.
Right. I thought that was a really stupid whole thing, but I mean, you love, oh my God, heroes. So I guess it makes sense for you. I don't know.
What do you mean?
You like superhero. You watch all those movies.
Josh, if you could have the ability to fly or be invisible, what would you choose?
See, being realistic, I'm scared of heights, so
fair
almost
enough.
by default,
Fair
I'd
enough.
have to go with invisible.
Thomas, what about you?
Give me that invisible so I can get into the girls' locker room.
How did I know it was going to go that way? I would choose flight. Flight has more.
Fly over the girls'
locker room.
Oh man, you're banking on that sunroof. Oh my god. I got you, Ken. I got you. You want to be more discreet.
What's up?
Even though I guess invisibility is a lot more discreet. But yeah, okay.
Yes.
It just reminds me of that One Piece thing with Sanji, where he wanted the invisibility fruit for the sole reason of sneaking into girls' locker rooms, and he got so upset when Absalon had taken it away from him. He's like, "My one dream," and they're like, "Didn't you want to see like the all blue? My one dream."
And that is why I love One Piece.
Yes.
But yeah.
But yeah, so let's see what
Splatfest.
Let's see what happens with this next Splatfest. Hopefully the things are closer, because everyone was pissed. Like, everyone's like, "Oh, Ketchup's gonna win. It's gonna win like hands down." And when it lost, it was just like okay, the system's broken. It made everyone aware how broken the system was.
I mean, it's kind of just shows that all the little kids pick Ketchup, and all the little kids suck at the game. So the actual grown-up people that like Mayo picked Mayo, and so like
see,
they won.
I wish we had that kind. I wish we
Josh Bram putting the kids under the rug.
under the bus.
To be fair, it's a bus.
Under the bus.
More violent.
Under the rug bus.
But it's true. I mean, the little kids suck at Splatoon. Come on.
How do you know they're little?
All I hear is a lot of whining.
Yeah.
Oh my. Yeah, it's true. The one person in the video says they like to cry, or whatever, yeah. Or whatever that was.
Ooh. Josh.
I'm just right, and no one's ready for the truth.
Yeah. Okay, Josh.
All right. Anything else you guys want to talk about before we wrap up the show tonight? I'm trying to think of things that have happening recently in the world. A lot of bad stuff in the world recently. I'm trying to think of the good stuff.
Talk about that. We're a happy podcast, man.
Exactly.
Well, I don't know. I guess it's like going back. What?
Never mind.
I guess it's like kind of going back to like sports talk and stuff.
Oh God.
What is it?
It's just it's been a tough year for me as a NASCAR fan.
Oh yeah, because they made it illegal.
Yeah. Okay, Ken.
No, they made all sports illegal. Actually.
Thank God.
Oh my God.
I can picture Ken being in gym class. No, I gotta more. I gotta move around some more.
Actually, that was an accurate representation.
Yeah, did you get like surveillance footage of me in high school?
You know, he actually had invisibility powers at that point.
There was no sunroof though.
That's why he didn't choose flying.
It's just been like kind of a drag seeing my favorite driver just coming to the end of his career and everything.
Oh, Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Yeah, as per one of my friends, he's I remember the sadness in his voice when some of his favorite athletes retired, and he said himself, he says sometimes the sports are just not the same.
Yeah,
so
time passes though, and you gotta, if you're a true fan of the stuff, you stay a fan of the stuff. So
yeah, Dale Jr.'s retiring.
Yeah, but, life goes on. He's got a nephew.
Yeah, okay, Josh. Okay.
The nephew sucks, but he's got the nephew.
Listen, it's not that he sucks. The man can kill someone in an octagon. Excuse me, decagon.
What?
Yeah, the man's a UFC fighter, Jeffrey Earn.
Oh,
really? I had no idea.
I'm like, why are they driving cars in an octagon?
Oh my God.
Ken.
Yeah.
At the race, all Josh kept saying, Hulu car.
Hulu sponsored a car, and he was in last place the entire time. I'm like, see, Ken, that was my reaction.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, I love that.
I rooted for him.
He rooted for him, and then he's like, Aspen.
Oh, Aspen Dental. Yo, oh my God.
It was just Danica Patrick, and then the Target car about Target.
Because people know Target.
Josh. If you weren't rooting for Dale that day, and you were decked out in junior gear.
I love that guy.
Yeah,
I gotta give other people some love, though.
I'm just gonna make this brief, and I really don't want to end it off on a sour note because we can't end it like that. So we need to end it on a happy note.
Ooh.
It's just I don't know. it's up in the air about it, but I'm really happy about Dale making the decision and everything. So that's it. I'm not really going to talk much about it. This isn't even the podcast for it. What the hell?
No, I think it's important though, because this podcast at the end of the day is about us talking about the things that we love with our friends, and that's how basically me and Josh started doing this. We started talking about things we enjoy with each other. Like, we've both talked about things before, me and Josh, where we don't really necessarily care about the topic the other one's talking about, but I think it's good to get it out there and talk about it. That's the entire point of the show. So I'm sorry to hear that this has been a rough year, like, for sports. I saw, like, was it last year or 2 years ago when Derek Jeter retired? I saw people go through the exact same thing then. It's
3 years ago.
Oh my God. It's hard when you lose someone, either whether it be a movie star retiring or a sports guy or anything like that. It's hard when you see someone that you've looked up to and you admire for years stop doing what they're doing, but at the same time you respect their choices and notice that just because they're gone, it doesn't mean that their legacy is gone. The legacy will always remain, and you can always love and support that. And now they've inspired thousands of people to take the mantle and charge forward. So I think that flame carries on, no matter whether it be a sport, a movie, a author, no matter what. I think that when you inspire someone, your flame carries forward. So I think that's what Dale has done, and it's going to be a couple of years of transition, but we're going to see some great stuff come from the people he's inspired.
Yeah, I do. I mean, there's not in the sport itself. There's a huge youth movement that's going on, and sponsors are actually going in. They want to sponsor these kids that are coming in. We're talking 18, 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds that are going into this, and they have full sponsorships and stuff. And the veterans, they're fading away because they can't keep sponsorship. And teams can't keep sponsorship. So it's, I mean, Dale's still going to be around. He's still got his lower division team that's still, he's still affiliated with that. He's the owner of the freaking boss. And now he's going to be an announcer for NBC, who does the second half of the. And it's just to see he's been in the sport now for 17 years, and I've followed him since then. And just the fact of him retiring, it's like, whoa, it's really happening.
Yeah,
it's been like that the last couple of years. You had a few big name drivers retiring, and just the fact that this big name is retiring like that, it's like, whoa, I'm getting old too. So that's pretty much it.
I gotcha.
Yo, the feels. Oh my God.
I know we hit on such like a retrospective life part of the podcast now.
Real talk. That's what it is.
Oh, Real Talk with Thomas.
There you go.
Is that the name? Is that the segment now?
Yep, Real Talk with Thomas.
RT with T. Rooster Teeth with
Rooster Teeth and Thomas. I'd watch it. But yeah.
All right. Well, on that note, Thomas, thank you so much for being on the show tonight. This went absolutely swimmingly. I couldn't have hoped for this to go better. So I hope you had a good time being on.
Let's just say, anytime I stream.
You hesitated.
I was trying to figure out what to say, bud.
Gotcha.
Let's just say I'm very excited about it. It was worth the 2-month waiting process.
Yes, I apologize you waited so long.
I know. Listen, we had our boy Joshy. His comes first.
Absolutely.
And I'm really excited about it. Obviously, tag has pretty much been done and over with, but
yeah, it's on hiatus.
This is a new chapter. I'm really happy to see that you're on Twitch and you're streaming, because I care about you, Kenny. And
oh, thank you, sir. That means a lot to me, honestly.
I care about you, and we all care about you. When we don't hear from you, we panic, but we know that you're around, and I hope to see you in person soon to give you a big hug.
We must correct this 2-year gap, 1-year gap, however long it's been. It's been too long, regardless.
That's true. Hey, if you have to, we'll bring Josh aboard too.
Yeah. I like if Josh is the afterthought here. he's accepted it.
I can take it or leave it. No.
And Joshy boy, our Mets team has not been good the last 2 years, but listen, we still got stuff to complain about and everything. Then you're a good man. I really enjoy being around you. Well, my family loves you. The death-free T-shirt.
Yo, it sounds like I'm dying, but yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, it sounds like a eulogy.
But no, listen, this is real talk.
All is true.
Real talk, and maybe it's just that I'm half asleep right now because I need to go to bed.
So true.
Yeah, sorry keeping you up so late.
It doesn't matter. What do I expect? It's Josh Bramman. He always starts late.
I literally got home, ate dinner quickly, and then got on here. Yo.
After 2 months of planning.
Listen, the man has to take his bar exam again. It's his.
What?
This is his career. This is his career, and hope for the best for that. Hope for the best with that. That you pass it, and listen, you're a working man now, Joshy.
I know. Ugh, so real.
we got so real at the end here. What the hell?
I know. That's why I said we can't end it like that.
This is the point where Ken would tear up in silence, but he's on video, so he can't tear
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Oh God.
I've come to talk with you again
about your Netflix billing. You've been watching too much. I don't know. Okay, never mind. I don't know where I was going with that. All right, it's late for all of us. Let's close off the show. Thomas, where can people find you on the internet? If you want people to find you, that is.
No, not really.
I love this kid.
On Twitter at SnapOnTom88. I'm not gonna post anything. I'm not gonna tweet.
You've tweeted 3 times in your entire life.
Yeah, that's it. I don't care about.
But you
tweeting.
can still follow him, tweet at him, tell him how great he is.
Yes,
he's the man.
At SnapOnTom88, and I guess at Thomas Lattanzio on Facebook or whatever. Lattanzio the 4th.
Oh my God.
All right, I think that's the perfect.
Those friend requests are coming flying.
That's the perfect way to end things off here. So thank you everyone for listening to the JK podcast. Until next time, I've been Ken O'Connor.
I'm Josh Brandman.
I'm Thomas Lattanzio the 4th.
There we go.
We did it, folks. Yeah, let us know if you like this new format. If you want to be a guest on the show, I'm sure we can make it work in the future. And Thomas, we gotta have you back on in the future as well because this was too much fun. So thank you again, sir.
Thank you, gentlemen.
All right. Good night, everyone. Peace.
Good night.
Woo.